This is your countdown for the Preston Indians pregame show. Pregame in 30 seconds from Mark. As we'll have a good game today, hopefully. And pregame show will start in 15 seconds from Mark. Pregame in 10 seconds from Mark. Have a good game. Pre-game show in 5 seconds from Mark. This is the Preston Indians pregame show. Coming up, we'll take a look at tonight's game. We'll hear from the coach and look at the pregame stats all leading up to tonight's action. You're listening to live coverage of the Preston Indians on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com. And a very pleasant good evening, everybody. Welcome to another exciting night of Preston Indian football. As tonight they come home to play their home opener on the season as they'll take on the Shelley Russets here this evening. We are glad to have you with us here tonight as John Beverly back in studio this evening as the Indians come home after that win last week in Butte, Montana, at Montana Tech when they knocked off Lakeland by a score of 7-6. And for the Shelley Russets, well, tonight is their official season opening game as in week one they'll take the wraps off and take on the Preston Indians, who they beat last year on opening nights. For the Indians, last week they played well. Were able to come back from a 6-0 deficit. Even though they only scored one touchdown in the game, it came midway through the third quarter and certainly came at an opportune time. The defense took over after that. Really, the only downsides in the game was simply that the Preston Indians, they played well defensively. Offense sputtered a little bit during the first half. And Preston also turned the ball over 5 times during the game, if you want to talk about a little bit of a downside that the Indians may have had last week, but they still came home a happy bunch with a victory under their belt. The Shelley Russets, who were 3-5 last year, same as the Indians, the Russets' schedule this year will also feature games against who they faced last year, as their wins last year, coming against Sugar Salem and then on the road against Bonneville, as they kind of struggled through the year early, and then some injuries popped up later on in the year, and that's kind of slowed them down some as well in the second half of the season. For the Russets, they will turn to sophomore quarterback Brecker Williams tonight, as he'll start the season as their QB1. And of course, it'll be Brecker Knapp today again for the Preston Indians, who had a pretty good game last week, with the exception of throwing the 3 interceptions that he did in the game. Josh Wells, the new head coach for the Russets in his 3rd season. He's 3-13 on through his first 2 years. Last year's game won by Shelley by a score of 33-19 when these two teams met on opening night. It actually became Coach Wells' first win at the helm of the Russets. And Shelley has also beaten the Preston Indians. They've met many, many times over the years, but Shelley has beaten the Indians on the football field the last 10 times that they have won those games. In fact, Shelley has averaged just over 34 points a game in those 10 games in which they've won. Last time Preston beat Shelley was back in 2008. That's when Preston came up with a 28-15 win. And that was, well, probably 11, 12 years ago. I think there was 1 year that the two teams did not play. So it's been a while since Preston was able to pick up a victory against the Russets, and we'll see what happens tonight. That is your scene setter for this evening, and we'll take a timeout. We're still to come here on the pregame show. We'll talk with Coach Thorson. We'll also visit with senior lineman Rhett Larson. We'll tell you about the keys to tonight's game if Preston was going to beat Shelley this evening, and we'll look at other games going on around the area with other local teams as well. But up next, we'll take a couple of minutes and we'll look back at last week's win against the Lakeland Hawks. We'll do all that as the pregame show continues right after this.
KACA.
It has been too long since you enjoyed some delicious pasta on your dinner plate. Wait no longer. Stop by Stokes Market in Preston this week, where you'll find select varieties of pasta, 88 cents a box, and select varieties of pasta sauce, 24-ounce bottles, 2 for $3. Cook it up, put it on a plate next to a perfectly grilled petite sirloin steak, which you'll find at Stokes Market this week for $4.49 a pound. And you'll be serving a dinner fit for a king. Enjoy it tonight. When you shop, enjoy, save at Stokes Market in Preston.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric in Preston, Idaho. It's what we do.
KACH, my local radio.
Welcome back to the Preston Indian pregame show. I'm Dan Hubbard. The Indians hopped on the bus and drove north to Butte, Montana to open their 2021 season as they faced the Lakeland Hawks. Both teams were coming off 3-5 seasons a year ago. Both teams came out and played a little bit tight in the early going, especially for the Indians, as they did not even pick up a first down in the first quarter of the game. Preston had several chances to score in the second quarter, but the turnover bug started to show up again at the most inopportune time. Brecker Knapp threw a pair of interceptions in the second quarter, and Preston had a long option pass from Emery Thorson to Chevy Nelson called back due to a holding penalty. Lakeland finally got on the scoreboard with just a few minutes remaining in the first half. That's when Devin Suko hit Thomas Calder for the first score of the game. Two receivers left, single receiver right, tight end right as well. They'll throw underneath as this is Calder getting around the corner, breaks the tackle, and he's in for the touchdown. So finally, with 3.5 to play here in the first half, Lakeland gets on the board. That's the way we went into halftime with the Indians trailing 6-0. Preston would get the ball back to start the second half, but in their second possession, halfway through the third quarter, the Indians finally reached pay dirt for the first time as Knapp hit Tyler Linhart for a touchdown. Knapp kind of eyeing over the situation, checks both sides, twin receivers to each side again. Knapp wants to throw, lobs it up, gonna go deep, and it goes to Linhart. He breaks the tackle, he's gone for the touchdown. 47-yard touchdown pass, and the Preston Indians are on the board. Knapp to Linhart for 47 and a score. So they tie the game. So here to try the extra point, Caden Johnson in to kick. Spot kick is going to be through and good. With the score now 7-6 halfway through the third quarter, combination of Preston's strong defense and a couple of key injuries to the Lakeland squad had the Indians pretty much in control the remainder of the game. In fact, the Indians got the ball back after a Lakeland punt with 4.5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter and would run out the clock so the Hawks would never have another opportunity to touch the ball in the game. Final score for Montana Tech was Preston 7, Lakeland 6. We'll take a break here on the pregame show. When we come back, it'll be time to visit with head coach Eric Thorson. It's our visit with the coach, and it's brought to you by Rounds & Associates Insurance, and it comes up right after this timeout.
KACA.
When you're on the hunt for your next vehicle, you would be wise to hunt the lot at West Motor Ford in Preston. If you don't find the new or pre-owned vehicle that you're looking for, they will help you search the country high and low for the exact vehicle for you. At West Motor Ford in Preston, they also buy good used vehicles. You need cash now? Bring a good used vehicle to West Motor Ford and they'll write you a check. West Motor Ford in Preston.
West Motor Company.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and
Stop in and take advantage of the savings during the month of September at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest in Preston. Grab 2 12-ounce bottles of STP Fuel Injection Cleaner. Buy one, get one free. Get ready for winter and save $6 on 2 Rain-X Enhanced Performance Wiper Blades. And clean up your vision and save $3 with McGuire's 2-step Headlight Restoration Kit. Price is good through September 29th. Stop in and save today where you'll be treated like a friend at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, 17 South State Street in downtown. Tonight's pregame visit with the coach is brought to you by Rounds & Associates Insurance Services Incorporated, the local independent insurance agency offering you many different options for all of your insurance needs. Call for your competitive quote today at 208-852-20. Rounds & Associates Insurance Service is an independent insurance agency with Allstate, Travelers, Auto Owners, Safeco, Progressive, and Nationwide, just to name a few. Stop by the office for your competitive quote today. Rounds & Associates Insurance Service. Call 208-852-2500. Rounds & Associates Insurance, supporting both the Westside Pirates and the Preston Indians on to victory. You've got this. Don't weaken. Rounds & Associates Insurance Service. Call today, 208-852-2500.
KACA.
Welcome back here to the pregame show. Time to spend a couple of minutes with the head coach, Eric Thorson, here before we get started against the Russets here. The first game against Lakeland, it's like the old story. A win is a win is a win. Then sometimes they're not pretty, but it's still nice to have a W in the win column.
Yeah, no, well said. Lakeland's tough. They were big. They were strong. Definitely, that's not a rebuilding year for them. They had a lot of starters, and I think both defenses played very well, and both offenses looked like they were out for the first night. So, I'm excited we won that.
So you go back to work here this week to get ready for Shelly and hopefully come away with big improvements.
Yeah, they say you make the most improvements after the first game, and we saw a lot of things after that first game, and not nothing scary actually. It got us a little more excited of what we can change to really solidify our team.
The way things went during the summer, did you anticipate having a night like that against Lakeland, or did you expect maybe something a little bit better from the offense?
I don't anticipate anything. You play the game for a reason. And it's best to not go in with expectations, both so that you don't over-expect and don't underwhelm or undersell yourself. So, you go in and play your best. And I would say effort was not an issue. Mm-hmm. I think they went in and did the best they thought they could do in that time. Just few key turnovers in different places. Great pass defense on their part. Gosh, until somebody tells me to feel bad, I didn't feel bad about it. So
I didn't feel bad either, especially when the final gun went off and you look up the scoreboard and it said 7-6 Preston.
No, of course, it's, a lot of people, you question your offense. I was like, well, I questioned them 1 point less than Lakeland questions theirs. So, no, both defenses played well. Hats off to them. They were a great opponent, clean team. They played hard, they hit hard, they tackled well, and they were a great program in my opinion. And so I'm proud that we got the win.
I'll tell you this quick story here before I ask you the next question. When I got off the air Friday evening up there at Montana Tech, one of the assistant coaches for Lakeland was still up in the press box, and he came over and said, "You know what? That defensive front you guys have is very tough. They shut down everything that we wanted to do." Talk a little bit about that defensive front that you guys put out there.
Well, it's and maybe the same to them. We were shut down too. The defense is something we were proud of. We were proud of them last year, that defensive line. We have 3 seniors this year: Corbin Winward, Rhett Larson, and Trevor Gregory. Gregory's our lightweight at 255, I think is where he's sitting, somewhere between 250, 260. Rhett's running 280, 270, 280, and he moves. He is fast. And then Corbin, he's just a load, 6'5", 325, 335. So it depends on if he's had lunch or not. That's just it's a great when you can put a guy down there knowing he's not going to get turned. If you can cover 2 gaps, that lets your linebackers be linebackers. And then so a mix of that and throwing the speed of Emery off the edge, it makes it difficult to run on.
You said they plan on doing so much stuff in between the tackles that they had to throw away that plan just because they could not move the front 3.
Yeah, that's really hats off to Corbin, hats off to Rhett and Trevor for what they did in that game.
So let's turn our eyes now towards Shelley as they get ready to take on the Russets. You lost them on opening night last year. Anything different you expect out of them?
Well, I expect a more mature team this year. They had a lot of seniors last year at the beginning of the year, and they had injuries which made so that sophomores were playing up. I think we counted 5 sophomores out there, and so they now have varsity experience. I think a more mature team, and I'm not trying to knock on what they had last year. I'm just saying these guys are tough. They could be tough, and we won't know how tough that is until we get out on the field with them Friday.
Yeah. So it should be a very interesting contest. Trying to come back and beat them here on your field after you lost to them last year to open the season. But we certainly expect good things in front of a home crowd.
Yeah, well, like I said about expectations, our goal is to play the best we can, and depending on what they are, that'll determine the result. But if we go out there and fight with our hearts and focused on our abilities, the scoreboard should take care of itself.
At least it's not a 5-hour bus ride home.
Yeah, it was a great trip. It was a great opener. I think the price tag's a little hefty to do that kind of thing. That's why you only do it once. But what an experience for the kids. I think it's a memory they'll have the rest of their life.
I think so, too. Thanks for your time. Good luck against the Russets.
Hey, thank you.
KACH, my local radio.
Behind every project is a True Value. At Stokes Market and True Value in Preston, whether you need hardware, dog food, tools, batteries, plumbing supplies, paint, or cleaning products, you'll find them all. Plus a whole lot more at Stokes Market and True Value. With a large inventory, you'll find all the big name brands you trust and low prices every time you visit. So whether you're just starting or you're in the middle of a project, stop in today and visit our friendly, knowledgeable staff. Stokes Market and True Value, 217 South State.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
So I'm a typical banking customer.
And I'm a nearby ATM.
And I'm taking $20 out of my account.
And I'll process that $20 and take back $4.
Why do
machines designed to give us money end up taking it right back. Introducing Kasasa, the free account that pays refunds on ATM fees and a lot more. To find a free Kasasa checking account near you, search Kasasa.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by the NC.
When it comes to vehicle repairs, they can get very aggressive at getting the job done right at Motor Jungle in Preston. Motor Jungle takes the repair jobs other mechanics turn down. They work on any model or make a car or truck. Yes, even the one you drive. So when your generator refuses to jam, when your carburetor just won't carb, and your pistons won't go up and down, don't get mad. Take it to Motor Jungle in Preston. They'll have your car purring like a kitten. Motor Jungle on the north end of State Street in Preston.
We had no winner on Friday in the KCH Money Magnet contest, so another $5 into the jackpot. And coming up Monday morning during the 7 o'clock hour, the jackpot will go up to $320. Be listening during the 7 o'clock hour Monday morning as we try once again to give it away right here on FM 105.5 and AM 1340
KACA.
Welcome back here to the pregame show. Rhett Larson, our guest, one of the big offensive and defensive linemen we've talked so much about and we've visited with Coach Thorson about. First of all, nice to get that first game under your belt.
Oh, definitely. It's exciting. We finally came out with a win. It was a great game.
It was a good game. It's always nice to have a W. How was the bus ride up and back 5 hours each way?
Oh, the bus ride. It was good. Going there, the energy was high. Everyone was excited. Coming back, the first couple hours, everyone was still excited. Then got a little late. We all got tired. Kind of all fell asleep.
When you and I chatted over the summer a couple of times, and you were making plans to go to different lineman camp. I know there was a big camp down in St. George that they were trying to get you into. Did you get a chance to go down to that one?
Yeah, I went to a bunch of camps this summer. I made it to St. George, went to the Dixie State camp, and just a bunch of other camps, a couple in Montana, one in Utah. It was a good time.
Take away anything? I hope you learned something from all these different camps you went to.
Yeah, I learned a ton. I'm a little bit smaller than I thought I was. I learned a lot though. At a lot of the camps, the coaches at the next level, they'll tell you how it is. They'll tell you what you need to get better on, and I hope I improved on those things.
What kind of things did you specifically try to work on to get better on?
My footwork was a big one. My footwork and my hands. I was slow on my feet, slow on my hands, and they told me to get quicker, get stronger.
So you end up spending a lot more time in the weight room and try to get stronger?
Yeah, definitely. Need to improve a lot of things. Thought I was strong, I guess I wasn't.
I got to tell you, you opened eyes for the Lakeland coaching staff. You and the rest of the defensive line, they wanted to run a bunch of plays up the middle in between the tackles, and they came up to me after the game and said, you know what, those three guys, we couldn't move them. We couldn't get them out of the way. They really stifled everything that we wanted to do inside.
Yeah, we've been all excited all summer. All three of us, me, Big Corb, Trevor Gregory, we've all been excited, saying how big of a year we got to have, how big a year we're going to have, because we're all so big and strong, and we just wanted to lock down the middle.
Which side of the ball would you rather play, offense or defense?
Whatever we're on. I really like to play defense, like to make stops with my team, like having big plays, but you get a good touchdown pass, touchdown run, there's nothing better.
Is it a big grind to play both ways, especially when it's still hot like it is right now?
Yeah, it's hard, but as long as we get conditioned and work hard like we know we can, it's not that bad.
Well, hopefully things will continue tonight against Shelley. Best of luck against the Russets.
When you're on the hunt for your next vehicle, you would be wise to hunt a lot at West Motor Ford in Preston. If you don't find the new or pre-owned vehicle that you're looking for, they will help you search the country high and low for the exact vehicle for you. At West Motor Ford in Preston, they also buy good used vehicles. You need cash now? Bring a good used vehicle to West Motor Ford and they'll write you a check. West Motor Ford in Preston.
West Gas Motor Company.
It's easy, fun, fast, and affordable. Do all of your grocery shopping online at Stokes Market. Simply log into stokesgrocery.com. Select the Shop Online tab and shop for your items. Then select the pickup time that is convenient for you. Pay online, and if you can't get out, then have someone else pick up your groceries for you. Do your grocery shopping online and still shop locally. It's part of the new normal, and it's fun. Do it now. Shop, enjoy, save at stokesgrocery.com.
Regardless of which insurance company you use, when you add a teen driver to your vehicle policy, your rates increase. This is Cheryl Kimball with Naylor Insurance in Preston. If you've got teen drivers, you need to know about the rate-saving plan offered through Mutual of Enumclaw Insurance. Teen Smart is an 8-hour program that, once completed, will lower your rates and make your teen a better driver. Savings and increased safety. It's a win-win. Call us today, 208-852-08.
A proud member of the co-op. We save you money on advertising and enable you to reach more customers. We are KACH, Preston, Clarkston.
It's time for Preston Indian football. The Indians hit the field as they look for a district title and a spot in the state playoffs. The 2021 season is brought to you by West Motors, your only stop for new and used cars in Preston and in Logan. Stokes Market, True Value with the finest meats and produce in the city of Preston. Franklin County Medical Center with the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Rounds & Associates Insurance Agency, your independent agency with many options for all of your insurance needs. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. We have all the parts you need to keep your car running strong. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park region in Preston. And by Naylor Insurance, for home, health, life, and auto from Mutual of Enumclaw. This game is made possible through an agreement between Preston High School and Cook Brothers Broadcasting and is intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast of this game in whole or in part without express written consent of Cook Brothers Broadcasting is expressly prohibited. And once again, a good evening, everybody. Welcome to Preston High School as the Preston Indians come home to play their first regular season home game of the year. As tonight they will take on the Shelley Russets as the captains meeting at midfield. They've had the coin toss. The Preston Indians have won the toss, and like they did last week, they deferred, so they'll get the ball to start the second half once again here tonight, much like they did last week against Lakeland. So with a 1-0 record, the Indians come home, try to right the ship, so to speak, against Shelley, a team that has beaten the Indians each of the last 10 times that they have met. But for the Indians, well, they will certainly try their best to pick up a win again here this evening. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, it'll be time for the opening kickoff of tonight's game. We'll do that as we continue right after this.
KACH.
Ralph's Construction has been building quality homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston for years. Now they're breaking ground on Phase 3 and will have homes available again soon. However, now is the time to be planning exactly in the Phase 3 lots where you want to be and eventually call home. For more information, call 435-232-1837. Ralph's Construction can have a home ready for you before you know it. Remember, they have floor plans available, or they can build to suit a floor plan that you may desire. Ralph's Construction. Call today, 435-232-1837.
It has been too long since you enjoyed some delicious pasta on your dinner plate. Wait no longer. Stop by Stokes Market in Preston this week, where you'll find select varieties of pasta, 88 cents a box, and select varieties of pasta sauce, 24-ounce bottles, 2 for $3. Cook it up, put it on a plate next to a perfectly grilled petite sirloin steak, which you'll find at Stokes Market this week for $4.49 a pound. And you'll be serving a dinner fit for a king. Enjoy it tonight. When you shop, enjoy Save at Stokes Market in Preston.
Stop in and take advantage of the savings during the month of September at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest in Preston. Grab 2 12-ounce bottles of STP Fuel Injection Cleaner. Buy one, get one free. Get ready for winter and save $6 on 2 Rain-X Enhanced Performance Wiper Blades. And clean up your vision and save $3 with McGuire's 2-step Headlight Restoration Kit. Price is good through September 29th. Stop in and save today where you'll be treated like a friend at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, 17 South State Street in downtown.
KACH. KACH.
Well, the anthem's been played. Teams are ready as the Indians come back over to their bench area as the Indians and the Russets will meet here in the first home game of the year. And for Shelley, it's their first game of the year. Both teams going 3-5 a year ago. As we mentioned that Shelley beat Preston on opening night last year as they picked up a win at Shelley by the score of 33-19, and it's been since 2008 the last time that Preston beat Shelley in a football game. So hopefully that trend can turn around tonight as the two teams get ready to play here this evening at Preston High School. Preston won the toss. They deferred to the second half, and they will receive the second half kickoff just like they did last week against Lakeland. Last week in the game, Brecker Knapp, even though he threw 3 interceptions, still was pretty good. He tossed for 133 yards and was 10 of 19. And Charles Iverson ran the ball well last week as well, carried the ball 10 times for 42 yards. And of course, the only score came on a 47-yard scoring pass from Knapp to Tyler Linhart last week as well. So we're ready to play as Emery Thorson steps up to put a toe to it and get this game underway. We're very glad to have you with us. John Slaughter not with us again this week, as this weekend is his anniversary. So happy anniversary to the Slaughters as Thorson puts this one back in the end zone, and it'll be a touchback as the Shelley kick returner took about a step and a half back into the end zone, and then wonder why he couldn't run it out. That was Jackson Byington, the junior. So here comes the Shelley offense to open up the game. They will be led by the sophomore quarterback, Brecker Williams, is what we were told. And it will be Williams at the signal caller. They will run some more. So the big front line for the Indians, much like last week, should be tested early on here tonight. 1st and 10, little cross-buck action inside, the handoff, and it's no gain as carrying the ball was Caden Kidman. Got back to the line of scrimmage. Coming up quickly was Cord Evenson to make the stop for the Indians. It'll be 2nd down and 10. So no gain for Kidman. 2nd down and 10. Set up a passing situation. Well, this time Williams is going to drop back. He'll go out of the shotgun this time. Man in motion. And he wants to roll left, looking, throws too high, off the hands of his intended receiver, as coming over was Kenyon Alpine to try to make the catch, but again, the pass was too high and off his hands. So 3rd and 10, and the sophomore already has a big call here at 3rd and 10 in his first possession as a varsity quarterback. So 3rd down and 10. Twin receivers left as they'll fake the handoff inside. Williams will keep himself. He gains 5, but it's still going to bring up 4th down and very long. And deep in their own territory, you would think they will kick it away, and they will. Madsen and Inglet, a couple of guys who know each other well from the baseball team, go back to receive the punt. As it'll be Caden Kidman who will kick here. He'll hit this from about his own 18, 19-yard line, and the kick is end over end. It'll come take a big bounce, and Madsen fields it, slips one tackle, breaks another at the 40, comes toward the sideline, gets a great block from Iverson, and gets up to midfield. Iverson laid a block on one guy's shoulder and knocked him into another man that was about ready to try to tackle Madsen, and Madsen broke loose for another 10 yards after the block. So Preston 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line, and the offense comes out to go to work. Tonight's game brought to you by Rounds & Associates Insurance Agency, offering many options for your insurance coverage needs. See them at 85 South State Street in Preston, or call them at 852-2500. Twin receivers left, inside handoff, goes to Emery Thorson right up from the first carry, and he's going to gain 3 yards right off the right side. Check that, the left side, I should say. As they normally will, they'll go quick in that spread offense. Chevy Nelson, who caught what would have been a touchdown pass last week, had it called back because of a holding penalty, splits out here to the left. He's a lone man over here. Twin receivers right for Preston. Another inside handoff. This one goes to Iverson. He gets across the 45 to the 44. That'll be another gain of, call it 3 yards. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 4. So 3rd and medium coming up here for Preston. If they can follow those big uglies in the line, and I say that with all the love in the world, they would probably keep it on the ground, but certainly you never know. Again, they'll go twins split out right, single receiver left. Iverson lines up as the tight end, and we got a whistle and too much time here against the Indians. That's going to push it back 5, and all of a sudden from 3rd and manageable, it's going to go to 3rd and long. So we'll make it 3rd and call it 8. And what could have been an option to run or pass, now all of a sudden becomes a sure passing down as they spot the ball at the Shelley 48-yard line. They've got to get all the way to the 40. So bunch formation to the right side, but they keep it tight to the end of the line. Knapp wants to throw. He's in a crowd, throws over the middle, and it's almost intercepted. In and out of the hands of the defensive back coming over to make the play. That was Skylar Robinson. So 4th down and 8. With the ball near midfield, let's see if coach is going to plan to go for it. Does he want to pin him deep? Nope, he wants to pin him deep. So Knapp will kick. Brecker last week kicked 5 times and averaged 23 yards a kick, and had a long of 32 yards on one of his punts last week against Lakeland. So 4th and 8, high kick right down the middle of the field. It's going to land at about the 15, bounce forward to the 10-yard line, and that's where Preston will down it, and they will pin Shelley back deep in their own territory again to start their 2nd possession. Glad to have you with us here tonight. Preston, of course, back home again next week. Star Valley will be here, and just like this week, we'll be on the air with the pregame show at 6:30, a 7 o'clock kickoff next week as well. First and 10 from their own 10. Here for the Russets. And on 1st down, they'll run straight ahead. And again, they run right into the heart of the defense as no gain straight ahead. Trevor Gregory was there to make the initial contact. Colton Francis came up to help clean up. And able to make the stop. They get maybe a yard, we'll call it. That was Kidman on the carry, so he gains a yard and bring up 2nd down and 9. 2 receivers split out here right. They'll fake the handoff. Williams spins out, now wants to come this way, gets to the 15, now close to the 20, and he's knocked out of bounds. It's going to depend on where they spot the ball. They're going to give him just over the 20-yard line, so that should be good for the first down of the game. So Williams gains 9 on the carry. And they get out from underneath the shadow of their own goalpost as they can now operate from their own 21 and a 1st and 10 with 8:16 to go here in the first quarter of the game. Just underway here tonight from Preston High School. Pretty good crowd here, but if you're out. And right off the snap, we got whistles and flags all over the place. And just like Preston did in their first possession, this time Shelley takes too much time as well. And that's going to push the ball back for them, 5 yards. So it'll be first down again, 1st and 15 from their own 16-yard line. As Josh Gill, comes over to get the play. Now he'll give it to Williams, the sophomore quarterback. They break the huddle. Tight end right, twin receivers left for the Russets. Fake handoff. Williams is going to spin out, run left. Still running, now pulls it down. He's in deep trouble, and he's going to go down. It'll be a short gain, call it about 3 yards, as Williams was chased down, and it was Jaden Perkins, the first guy to make contact with him. So Williams has carried the ball 3 times for a total of 17 yards. He has 17 of Shelley's 18 yards of offense so far here in their first 2 possessions. Inside handoff. Again, puts his head down, and again, he's going to go nowhere. Matson was there. Inglet was there as well. Really no gain on the play. In fact, they ended up losing yardage on the play, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and 11. So 3rd and 11, and here's the Preston defense trying to force another punt situation here if they can get off the field. 3rd down and 11. Williams again spins out, looking right, throws over here to the sidelines, and it's too long. In fact, it's over the head of his intended receiver, Tommy Bradshaw, and that'll bring up 4th down as Williams now 0 for 2 passing here in the first couple of possessions. So another punting situation. Inglet and Madsen drop back deep again for the Indians. .6:28 to play here in the first quarter. Scoreless so far. Remember, Preston didn't even have a first down in the first quarter last week, and it just does get this away as Preston with good rush defense for the punt comes down, and it's going to be down at the 39-yard line. And Preston will have pretty good starting position again to start their second possession of the game. I'm not sure how the punter, Kidman, got that away. There was 2 or 3 blue jerseys standing all around him, and somehow he found room between several different arms to get the punt away. So they mark the ball at the Preston 40, and that's where the Indian offense will come back out onto the field. Twin receivers right, now twins to each side as Thorson lines up in the slot on the left side. He'll go in motion back over to the right side. They end up with 3 on the right side, and they come back out here to the left as they get it to Nelson. Nelson dives forward across the 50 to the 49. That'll be an 11-yard gain. So Thorson connects on his first pass attempt of the night. Good for 11 yards and a first down. And Preston has their first down of the night. Two running backs this time, 1 to each side of Knapp. 2 receivers right, single receiver left out here is Nelson. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to Thorson. Thorson cuts back inside, gets away from one man, gets back to the line of scrimmage, still on his feet. 45, dumped as he gets forward to the 43. what looked like a loss is going to end up as about a 6-yard gain for Emory Thorson. So Preston's kind of where they were in their first possession. They had a second down and medium before they took the too much time penalty. And they have second down and manageable here again, as again Thorson goes in motion. They hand it off inside as it goes to Iverson. He tries to stretch forward. He's going to end up just short of the 40. So mark it at the 41. It'll be a 2-yard gain and bring up third down and about 1.5 yards. Third and short here for the Indians. As Knapp looks back over to the near sideline, where coaches Knapp and Beckstead will deal out the cards as far as what play they want to run. They'll give it to Thorson. He's in trouble in the backfield and don't. They get him back to the 45, so that'll be about a 4-yard loss on the play and to bring up fourth down. And Preston will punt again to try to keep Shelley again pinned deep in their own territory. Tommy Bradshaw again drops back into reception position. Now Preston trying to figure out exactly who they're supposed to have on the field, trying to run everybody out there. Devin Inglet, who's the long snapper, the last guy to come out on the field. It's a fake. It's a short snap as it goes to Thorson. He's got the first down. He's up to the 30 and knocked out of bounds at the 26. So Eric Thorson pulls the gadget play out of his bag of tricks, the direct snap to his son, and he picks up the first down. As Emory runs the ball 23 yards for the first down. First and 10, they mark it at the Shelley 27. This time they give it to Madsen as he comes around on the end around, and he's hit as he tries to turn the corner. And then all of a sudden, after he making the tackle, Tommy Bradshaw decides he needs to climb on Madsen's back to try to instigate something. And Madsen gets up and gives him a little shove, and the referees quickly step in to break it up. Totally unnecessary play by Bradshaw. 4 wides again for the Indians. Trips right, single receiver left. High snap. They're going to come back out here in the flat as it comes back to Chevy Nelson. He has the first down, fights forward to the 22. Give him 6 on the reception for Thorson. Nelson now with 2 catches in the game, and it's third down and medium again. Third down and 5 here for the Indians. Lone setback is Colton Francis. As Knapp rolling and throws too far out in front as Cord Everson was the intended receiver. And it'll bring up fourth down. Let's see if they want to go for the field goal here, or if they're just going to try to run a play. The kickers before the game were able to, they were pretty accurate from about 35 in. But it looks like they're going to keep the offense on the field, and they'll run a play here instead on fourth down. It'll be Thorson running wild in the backfield. Now he tries to throw down toward the end zone. It's tipped in and out of the hands of Chevy Nelson. And we get a flag down late over on the far side of the field. Let's see what the penalty is going to be. As they point back across the field, it might be Thorson was past the line of scrimmage. I don't think he was past the line of scrimmage. Let's see. It's going to be, it'll be an illegal lineman downfield, but because the pass was incomplete, they will decline it. And it'll be an incomplete pass. And again, the ball will go back over to the Russets again. 2:29 left here in the first quarter, still scoreless, as the offense comes back out on the field. The Shelley offense has been able to pick up one first down so far here in the first quarter, but really haven't moved the ball very much. Man in motion back over to the right. Handoff goes to Klinger. Klinger breaks one tackle, gets up across the 31. It'll be about a 9-yard gain. So it'll be 2nd down and 1 coming up here for the Shelley offense. For Shelley, Brecker Williams is the quarterback. And other than that, they're kind of young across the offense. They don't throw the ball very much, as this will be a little cross-buck action inside as the handoff goes to Caden Johnson, number 24. He'll pick up the first down as he gets up to the 35-yard line. So another first down here for the Russets. 1st and 10. Clock runs with 1:40 to play in the quarter. One thing about teams that run the ball a lot, the clock keeps moving. So 1st and 10. Handoff inside, again goes to Klinger, gets up to about just short of the 40, where he's hit by Madsen and pushed back. As that'll be about another, they're going to mark him at the 40-yard line, so call it a gain of 5 for Klinger. 2nd down and 5. They send a couple of receivers to the left, double tight ends, and right straight ahead they go. Get a good block across the 45 to the 47, as this time carrying the ball was Skylar Robinson again. Robinson picks up another first down as they get the ball out to their own 47-yard line. So 1st and 10 as we go inside a minute now to play here in the first quarter. This time it's going to be the quarterback Williams to keep it himself. He's going to absorb a couple of hits and they're able to pick up a yard. So it's going to bring up 2nd down and 9 if we get another playoff here before the end of the quarter. And looking across the way, looks like the coach is just going to say, just hold tight a minute, guys. We're going to let the quarter run out, and they're going to, as they just let the clock run. So we're done with a quarter here tonight from Preston. The Indians had a couple opportunities and could not push the ball in, as we're done with one here this evening. After the first quarter here tonight, we're scoreless between Preston and the Shelley Russets. We'll go to the second quarter. Quarter number 2 is brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest.
KACH.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
Regardless of which insurance company you use, when you add a teen driver to your vehicle policy, your rates increase. This is Cheryl Kimball with Naylor Insurance in Preston. If you've got teen drivers, you need to know about the rate-saving plan offered through Mutual of Enumclaw Insurance. Teen Smart is an 8-hour program that, once completed, will lower your rates and make your teen a better driver. Savings and increased safety. It's a win-win. Call us today, 208-852-08.
KACH.
Well, we'll start quarter number 2, scoreless. 2nd down and 9 here for the Russets. So we'll set up a little center screen as the ball goes to Klinger. And Klinger gets across the 50 up to the 46-yard line. and that'll be a gain of about 6 on the play, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and call it 4 on the way here. So the little center screen for Williams is his first completion as he hits the running back Klinger for 6 yards on the little center screen pass. Klinger now will leave. And the 3rd and 4 call here. Single wide out and 3 tight ends, and they want a timeout. So somebody was not in the right spot. Shelley needed a timeout, much to the disappointment of the head coach, and we'll take a timeout and we'll be right back.
KACH.
Stop in and take advantage of the savings during the month of September at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest in Preston. Grab 2 12-ounce bottles of STP Fuel Injection Cleaner. Buy 1, get 1 free. Get ready for winter and save $6 on 2 Rain-X Enhanced Performance Wiper Blades. And clean up your vision and save $3 with McGuire's 2-step Headlight Restoration Kit. Price is good through September 29th. Stop in and save today, where you'll be treated like a friend at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, 17 South State Street in downtown.
KACH.
Welcome back here to Preston after the timeout. It'll be a 3rd down and 4 play coming up here for the Russets, as they have the ball into Preston territory here. Again, 1 split end. Man in motion coming from right back to left. He sets up in the tight end spot, sets up a double tight end situation as they're going across and getting close to the 1st down and falling forward was Caden Johnson, and it will be a 1st down. So Johnson picks up 5. He got lucky as Preston almost stripped the ball away from him. Tonight's game brought to you by Franklin County Medical Center, providing you with the best care in all of the Cache Valley. Franklin County Medical Center, 44 North 1st East in Preston. 1st and 10. As straight ahead handoff, it goes across the 40 up to about the 38-yard line. And that'll be Johnson getting off the bottom of the pile as he'll pick up 3 on the play. The clock runs here in the 2nd quarter, 10:40 to play here before halftime. The 2nd quarter of tonight's games brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Gill and Bradshaw split out wide right as Williams wants to throw. Looking, he's going to go underneath. Little comeback route comes to Gill, and he caught the ball with a knee on the ground, but it's going to be good enough for a 1st down as they'll get the ball all the way up to about the 24-yard line. So that's a 17-yard reception. And another 1st down here for the Russets as they move the chains once again. Their deepest progression into Preston territory here so far in the game. Inside handoff again. It's Klinger. He wants to bounce it outside, trying to race to the corner and reaching out to slow him down and make the initial contact for the Indians. It was Owen Judd to kind of slow him down a little bit, but it's a good gain for Klinger as he picks up 9 on the run around the left side. So Klinger's carried the ball 3 times for 23 yards. That doesn't count the 6-yard reception that he also had. They send Tegan Allman. Check that. It's not Allman. It's Alpine. Again, wide out to the right. Man in motion right also now for the offense. And the handoff inside goes to Robinson. Big hole. They got him by the leg to keep him from going any further, although he gets inside the 10, and it's going to set up a 1st and goal situation. They'll spot the ball at about the 8. So Robinson runs the ball for 7 yards, and it's 1st and goal. Robinson again, the lone setback. Man in motion, they'll give it to Robinson again. Breaks a couple of tackles. The big man has been stacked up by 5 or 6 blue jerseys and pushed backwards. Although it will be a short gain. You'll get the ball inside the 5 down to the 4, so it'll be about another 3-yard gain for Williams. 2nd and goal. Clock runs with 9:13 to play. Remember last week, Lakeland, it was a little bit deeper into the second quarter when Lakeland scored, and Coach Thorson wants a timeout with 9:04 left here in quarter number 2. We'll take the timeout as well. We'll be right back right after this.
KACH.
Why do I drink milk?
Milk rehydrates my body after I work out.
Milk has the protein I need to build muscle.
Milk helps me maintain a lean body mass.
Milk helps my muscles recover and stay strong.
Milk has the carbohydrates I need to re-energize.
Milk replaces important electrolytes that I lose when I sweat.
As an athlete at Boise State,
I learned that every sip
is a victory.
What do you drink?
What do you drink?
What do you drink?
Milk Victory. Brought to you by United Dairy.
KACH. KACH.
Second and goal for the Russets. Welcome back. Dan Hubbard with you here at the stadium. John Beverly back in studio. Second and goal from just inside the 5-yard line. Here for Shelley. From the right hash mark. Man in motion back here to the left. Williams rolling left, still rolling left, gets away, gets down to the goal line, and hit and brought down as Emery Thorson brings him down at the 1. So Williams runs for 3, and it'll bring up third down and very short from about the 1-yard line, if not inside the 1. Ball on the left hash mark this time. Williams, the lone setback behind, I should say Robinson behind Williams, and we get whistles at the inception of the play. What do we got? Don't see any officials pointing yet. It'll be a offside encroachment penalty against the Indians. It'll replay third down. Officially, it's a 1-yard penalty, but the ball moves about 18 inches. So here we go, third and goal from inside the 1. Williams up under center. Let's see if he just wants to put his head down. He fumbles the ball. A big scrum of players right inside the 1 or the 2-yard line, and looks like Shelley got it back. But it's going to bring up fourth down. What a break for the Indians. Now they try to go for it again, or they try to kick the field goal. Clock runs with 7:45, I should say, to play here in the first half. As Williams again up under center, and again timeout just before the play starts. And this is going to be a timeout called by Shelley. 7:37 to play here in the quarter. Timeout. We'll be right back.
KACH.
A higher level of precision and accuracy, that's what the new Naveo robotic assistance system at Franklin County Medical Center provides you. Whether you're in need of revision, partial or total knee replacement, the new robotic assisted surgery technology at Franklin County Medical Center allow knee surgery candidates the comfort of knowing that their knee surgery will be performed with confidence, improving the function, feel, and longevity of your new knee. Learn more about the new robotics machine at fcmc.org. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Big play here for the Preston defense. Fourth and goal from inside the 2. As the Russets come back out onto the field. Williams will be the quarterback. Robinson lines up in the backfield. They have one receiver split out to the left. And he'll try to go forward again, and he fumbled the ball again. Preston has the ball on the big turnover. On the fourth down play, they come up empty. So back-to-back fumbles by Williams on inside the 2-yard line, and Preston has the ball back. So even though it was a fumble, they'll call it a turnover on downs, and Preston has the ball at their own 2. 7:33 to play in the first half, scoreless. Knapp out of the shotgun, lines up in the end zone. We got 2 receivers to each side, and they're coming out to Linhart, and it's behind Tyler as he tried to turn around and reverse field, but he was not able to, and it's an incomplete pass. So second down. Preston again will go with 4 wides, 2 to each side. Lone setback is Iverson as they stand about 4 yards deep in the end zone. And we have a flags, and right off the play, the line judge on the far side of the field is saying offsides against the defense. And that'll be a big break for the Indians because that'll get them a little bit of operating room, as that'll be 5 yards and push the ball out to about the 7. Second penalty of the night. Check that, third penalty of the night against Shelley. So second down and about 5. Knapp looking, throws underneath, gets it to Thorson, has the reception, turns it up, gets to the about 11-yard line. And let's see where they're going to mark that. Is it going to be close to the first down here or not? As they're going to line it up and look. Boy, it's close. And it's going to be, now Preston was lining up quickly to try to run a play, and the referee steps in and says, nope, don't need to, guys. That's a first down. So 1st and 10 for the Indians. Thorson with his first catch of the game. 7 minutes to play here in a scoreless first half. Man in motion, back to the far side. Inside handoff in a crowd moving forward and getting to about the 14-yard line. Getting off the bottom of the pile was Devin Inglet, as Inglet picks up 3 yards on the play. And it'll bring up second down and about 7. Although for Preston, at least they're out of the shadow of their own goalpost here and give themselves a little bit of room to operate with. Thorson the setback. 3 receivers, twins to the right, single receiver left. That's Nelson. Fake it inside. They're going to come back out here. Look out, as Inglet stumbled as he was trying to reach up and make the catch. And luckily, it was off his hands and incomplete. And luckily, the officials alert enough to say it was not a backward pass, it was just simply an incompletion. That stops the clock with 6:12 to play. And it's third down and about 7 here for the Indians. And now, hold on, what do we got here again? We got an injured player, as Tommy Bradshaw goes jogging off over to the far side for Shelley, and they have to replace him. So they get a new defensive back onto the field for this third down play. Knapp rolling right, throws underneath, but it's deflected. They try to go to Linhart, but getting a big hand up there, able to knock that away for the Russets was Cody Bowman, defensive lineman. So 4th down and 7, another punting situation here for the Indians, deep in their own territory. CJ Fielding this time will go back to field the punt as he stands just over the 50-yard line, and timeout called again by Shelley before the snap for the punt. So 6:07 left in the quarter, and we come back. Preston will kick the ball away via the punt. We'll do all that as we continue right after this.
KACH, my local radio.
It has been too long since you enjoyed some delicious pasta on your dinner plate. Wait no longer. Stop by Stokes Market in Preston this week, where you'll find select varieties of pasta, 88 cents a box, and select varieties of pasta sauce, 24-ounce bottles, 2 for $3. Cook it up, put it on a plate next to a perfectly grilled petite sirloin steak, which you'll find at Stokes Market this week for $4.49 a pound. And you'll be serving a dinner fit for a king. Enjoy it tonight. When you shop, enjoy, save at Stokes Market in Preston.
KACH. KACH.
Welcome back. Punting situation here for the Indians. Deep in their own territory. No score here in the second quarter. Second quarter brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. The punt's going to come down and field it on the run about the 45-yard line. And falling forward to the 41 was fielding for the Russets. So for Shelley, it'll be their best starting position of the night as they'll start their possession from inside Preston territory. Tonight's game brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Whatever you need, stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. It's Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, 17 South State Street in Preston. First and 10 for the Russets in this scoreless tie. Inside handoff, Klinger runs right into the heart of the defense, and stepping up was Trevor Gregory to make the initial contact, and then Charles Iverson stepped in to help him clean it up. So no gain for Klinger. Second down and 10. Folks down here below us starting to make some little noise. Twin receivers going out to the right here for the Russets. Single setback, tight end on the left. As they'll fake the handoff, Williams wants to roll, now stops, throws deep. He's got a man out there, and he's open, and he's gone, and down inside the 5-yard line. The completion to Caden Kidman will go for about 39 yards, and Preston with a diving stop, and they'll spot the ball at the 2. So Kidman got behind his mark and able to pick up 39 yards on the pass reception. First down again for Shelley. Last time they had the ball, they fumbled twice inside the 2, and they do it again. As Williams lost control of the ball momentarily and then tried to just push his way forward. But to push your way back to where the snap was, that means you're going to run right into big Corbin Windward. And Corbin just kind of laid on him and brought the sophomore down. Second down, loss of about a half a yard. So again, the ball back to about the 2-yard line. Second and goal from the 2. 4:23 to play here in the first half. We're scoreless. Twin receivers left this time for Williams. Handoff inside goes to Klinger. He's in. Touchdown. So Klinger able to run for the 2-yard score. And makes it 6-0 on the Motor Jungle touchdown. And they'll come in and try the extra point here, as it'll be Kidman to kick it. The holder is C.J. Fielding. Snap, spot, and the kick is up, and it is good. And with 4:13 to play here in the first half, Shelley scores first. They go on top. It is 7-0. We'll have the kickoff when we come back right after this.
KACH.
A higher level of precision and accuracy, that's what the new Naveo Robotic Assistance System at Franklin County Medical Center provides you. Whether you're in need of revision, partial or total knee replacement, the new robotic assisted surgery technology at Franklin County Medical Center allow knee surgery candidates the comfort of knowing that their knee surgery will be performed with confidence, improving the function, feel, and longevity of your new knee. Learn more about the new robotics machine at fcmc.org. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Well, the 2-yard run by Riker Klinger. And the extra point gets Shelley on the board. It's 7-0. After the point after, and Preston will get the ball back here with about 4 minutes and 13 seconds left here in quarter number 2. Here's the Motor Jungle kickoff. Remember, Motor Jungle, they'll do the repairs that other mechanics don't want to, including oil changes and new engine replacements as well. Motor Jungle in the north part of Preston on State Street. Kick comes down to about the 11-yard line as it comes down to Emery Thorson. Breaks a tackle, gets across the 25 and takes a big hit at the 29. And all he does is get up and pull down on his helmet, and Preston will start there, just short of the 30-yard line with 4:06 to play here in the first half. So Knapp back out under center is 4 of 6 in the first half, but the passes he has completed have all been short. In fact, he's only thrown for about 23 yards so far, and he's missed on 3 of his last 4 attempts. He'll throw underneath as it comes to Linhart on a little quick hitter as Linhart spins forward to the 35. That'll be good for a 5-yard gain. Tyler can't get out of bounds, however. And bring up 2nd down and 5. 3:40 to play in the first half. He wants to throw again. Throws it out to Nelson. Nelson's at 40. To break the tackle, gets to midfield, still on his feet, and looks like he stepped out of bounds. The defensive man came over and got just enough of him and knocked him out of bounds at the 39-yard line. "31-yard pass play, the biggest pass of the night for Brecker Knapp. Third catch tonight by Nelson. And flags before the inception of the play. Is this going to be against the defense again? Yes, it is. So another flag against the defense. That's the 4th penalty against Shelley here in the first half. Their 2nd time the defensive line jumped. Knapp wants to throw underneath. Gets it to Inglet. Devin tries to get forward. He gets forward to the 31. That'll be about a 3-yard gain and set up 2nd down and 2. So 2nd down and 2 for Preston. 3 minutes to play here in the half. They're moving the ball now. As they'll give it to Thorson, bounces it outside, 30, dives over a man, gets to about the 28-yard line. That'll be good for a 1st down and a 3-yard gain for Emery. 1st down, number 7 here in the first half for the Indians. Clock continues to run after they get the chain set. 2:45 to play here in the half. Preston trying to get even here before the halftime break. Twin receivers right, single receiver left. They look across the middle. Nelson on a little crossing route as he makes the catch, and a flag comes in immediately as Nelson gets the ball up at the 18-yard line. Now what's the flag for? It would be close to a 1st down if the play stands. Still trying to look around, pointing as the official, our referee tonight. Figure exactly where things are supposed to be here. They have not made any sort of an indication of what the call is going to be. as they're still meeting. And now all of a sudden Preston's going to go back and huddle up as Knapp's going to come to the sidelines. And now here comes an official to the sidelines as well to come over and talk to Coach Thorson, decide. So the penalty must be against Shelley if they're going to try to ask Thorson if he wants to take the penalty here or not. If the call stands, Preston would have the ball at about the 13-yard line, and they call it pass interference, which would have been before the catch, and would be a 10-yard penalty, which would be automatically a first down. Penalty number 5 against Shelley. Another first down for the Indians as they have the ball. 1st and 10 at the 13. 2 receivers to the right. Twin running backs. They're going to lob for the corner to Linhart. He's got it. Touchdown. Flags down again. That's got to be another pass interference penalty. But Linhart made the catch in the end zone. Penalties decline. Touchdown. That's another Motor Jungle touchdown for the Preston Indians. Remember, take your vehicle to Motor Jungle. Yes, even the one that you're driving now, and they'll do any vehicle repairs that you need. So the 13-yard touchdown pass from Knapp to Thorson to Linhart. Caden Johnson on to try the extra point. Made his only PAT attempt last week. Spot, the kick is up, and it is no good. He pushed it wide right. So he made one last week. He missed this one as Preston gets into the end zone, and with 2:03 to play here in the first half, they trail by a point. It is 7-6 with just a couple minutes left here before the halftime break. We'll take a timeout, and we'll come back here to Preston for the kickoff right after this.
KACA.
The Limbic Arc may help you or someone you know be more calm. It's simple to use. Find out more by logging on to mylocalradio.com and clicking on the Limbic Arc logo. Check it out now. Visit mylocalradio.com and click on any.
Advertise your open positions on the radio. You'll be amazed how quickly you see a response. You'll reach more people for less. The job stop includes radio and internet advertising. Call us for more info. We're a local company with a toll-free number, 833-856-9625. That's 833-856-9625.
KACH.
Well, Preston gets into the end zone. Gets them close. Get back to within a point as the point after was no good. And Emery Thorson will kick off again. As it's Klinger and Byington back deep here for Shelley. As Thorson puts a toe to it. It's going to come down at the 1 yard line as it comes down to Klinger. Ahead to the 18, and he gets pushed back as he doesn't get up to the 20 yard line. Good pursuit by the Preston defense as with less than 2 minutes to play in the half, Shelley will start from deep in their own zone. And I'm not sure Shelley has any timeouts left, so be kind of interesting to see what they decide to do here. If they run, they can't stop the clock, or if they even would want to try to stop the clock. Preston will get the second half kickoff. They won the coin toss, but opted to defer to the second half. Man in motion as they'll hand it off as this goes to Kidman. Kidman gets ahead to the 24 yard line. So it's a 4 yard gain, and the Indians instead will take the timeout. So timeout called here by Preston. Well, the Indians back here next week as Star Valley will be here. Star Valley, who's won the 3A state championship in Wyoming in 3 of the last 4 years. Preston went up there to see them last year and ended up beating them 34-15, as now they'll come back here here to Preston to take on the Indians next week. In fact, from tonight on, the rest of the schedule this year is just about the same as it was a year ago. It's certainly the same opponents from here on. So the win against Lakeland is the only different team that they'll see this year. 2nd down and 5 here for the Russets, as Williams fakes the ball to Klinger and runs right into the middle of the line, and letting go of the quarterback and letting him go nicely was Rhett Larson. So no gain, as Williams runs right into the middle of the line, as many other people besides him have learned that you can't do that. Run right into the heart of the Preston defense like that. Just ask the Lakeland coaching staff from last week. 3rd and 5 here. 1:08 to play. Williams wants to throw. Rolling right, throws underneath. Kidman has it. Kidman to the 40 and gets knocked out of bounds at the 45. And that will be a 20-yard pass completion for a 1st down. Kidman, 2 catches for 59 yards. Stops the clock as they move the chains with 1:01 to play in the half. Again, twin receivers right. Williams, that's center screen here again as the ball comes to Klinger, breaks 1 tackle and gets up to midfield, and that'll be a 5-yard gain. Clock will continue to run. 42 seconds to play in the half. As a fake to Klinger, looking outside, and it's too wide, and that'll stop the clock. As the pass intended for Alphen, as that breaks a string of 5 consecutive completions for Williams, and it's 3rd down and 5.
Let's go, Preston! Let's go in here!
5 of 8 for 87 yards for the sophomore Brecker Williams here in the 1st half. 3rd down and 5. And Williams drops the ball again and gets dumped by Emery Thorson. It's a 10-yard loss. And it'll bring down 4th down and very long. Now, timeout Preston as they'll get their hands on the ball again here before the clock can run out for halftime. Thanks to the snap. You know, that's the 4th time Williams has dropped the snap. He did it 3 times inside the 2-yard line on a couple of different possessions. And this one, just trying to roll out and throw a pass that would have killed the half. But he ended up dropping the ball. Thorson came up to throw him down, and it's 4th down and 12. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Naylor Insurance. For home, health, life, and auto through Mutual of Enumclaw. It's Naylor Insurance at 153 North State Street in Preston, or call 852-0810. We invite you and remind you to stay tuned. The halftime report brought to you by Ralph's Construction comes up in just a couple of minutes as soon as the half ends. We'll talk about the 1st half. We'll go over the scoring situations and the stat report brought to you by Naylor Insurance, all coming up during the halftime break.
Let's go, Preston!
4th down and 12. A punting situation as Preston puts a couple of men deep. Snap's pretty good. Kidman's punt is end over end. Comes down to Madsen at the 28. Breaks a tackle, gets up to the 37-yard line. And Preston will have 22 seconds to try to do something with it on a good return. As I said, it was Madsen on the return. It was actually Cord Evenson on the return. So number 5 instead of number 3. So 1st and 10 for Preston. 22 seconds left. They see if they can hit a long play. Get the clock to stop while they move the chains here. Knapp wants to throw underneath. Gets it to Linhart. steps out of bounds at the 45. That'll be an 8-yard completion. And more importantly, stops the clock. First catch for Linhart tonight. Good for 8 yards. Second down and 2. 18 seconds to play in the half. As the Russets really playing just a deep prevent type of defense. They're going to go deep to try to get it to Nelson. It's going to be too long and bring up third down. Knapp, 7 of 11 for 70 yards. We have him for unofficially here upstairs. And with 12 seconds left, Preston will have a third down and I'll call it about 3. Twin receivers to each side. They're going to go deep as they try to get it, and it's too deep. And it's intercepted back at the 18-yard line as the intended receiver, Tate Gilbert, quit running on the pattern. He stopped thinking that Brecker wasn't going to throw it to him, and Brecker did, and it ended up going over Gilbert's head and intercepted. So it's an interception, but certainly not Brecker Knapp's fault. As Brecker throws his 4th interception of the season already in not quite 3 complete halves. 5 seconds left here in the half as Williams just takes a knee, and that should be the way the first half ends as Preston lets the clock run out. As Preston will get the second half kickoff as we go through into halftime. As Preston trails by a point, it's 7-6 here after the first 2 quarters. Stay tuned. The Ralph Construction halftime report comes up after this timeout, as we'll have more for you here from Preston. 7-6 the score, back after this.
KACH.
Ralph's Construction has been building quality homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston for years. Now they're breaking ground on Phase 3 and will have homes available again soon. However, now is the time to be planning exactly in the Phase 3 lots where you want to be and eventually call home. For more information, call 435-232-1837. Ralph's Construction can have a home ready for you before you know it. Remember, they have floor plans available, or they can build to suit a floor plan that you may desire. Ralph's Construction. Call today, 435-232-1837.
When you're on the hunt for your next vehicle, you would be wise to hunt the lot at West Motor Ford in Preston. If you don't find the new or pre-owned vehicle that you're looking for, they will help you search the country high and low for the exact vehicle for you. At West Motor Ford in Preston, they also buy good used vehicles. You need cash now? Bring a good used vehicle to West Motor Ford and they'll write you a check. West Motor Ford in Preston.
West Motor Company.
We had no winner on Friday in the KCH Money Magnet contest, so another $5 into the jackpot. And coming up Monday morning during the 7 o'clock hour, the jackpot will go up to $320. Be listening during the 7 o'clock hour Monday morning as we try once again to give it away right here on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KH.
At Preston Drug, we understand that everyone is busy and time is important. That's why we've implemented synchronization. We look at all the monthly prescriptions your family takes, and working with your doctor, we organize them so that you can pick them all up at one time each month. Synchronization with Preston Drug saves you time and money. Call Preston Drug today, and we'll get you into the synchronization system. It's free and it's simple. Preston Drug, 208-852-1563.
When it comes to vehicle repairs, they can get very aggressive at getting the job done right at Motor Jungle in Preston. Motor Jungle takes the repair jobs other mechanics turn down. They work on any model or make a car or truck, yes, even the one you drive. So when your generator refuses to jam, when your carburetor just won't carb, and your pistons won't go up and down, don't get mad. Take it to Motor Jungle in Preston. They'll have your car purring like a kitten. Motor Jungle on the north end of State Street in Preston.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Well, welcome back. We're at halftime. Preston trails by a point. It's 7-6 here at the halftime break. Dan Hubbard here in Preston High School. John Beverly back in the studio on this Friday evening and the home opener for the Indians, and we're glad to have you with us. Well, Preston certainly had opportunities, not as many opportunities as Shelley did to score in the first half. Shelley had a couple of drives inside the 5-yard line, but were only able to come away with a total of 7 points. They had an opportunity to score another touchdown. However, their sophomore quarterback, Brecker Williams, ended up fumbling on 3rd and on 4th down in consecutive plays and turned the ball over to the Indians, and Shelley was unable to score. Next time they got down that area of the field, they were able to put it in for a 6-0 score as Klinger ran 2 yards for a touchdown. That's Riker Klinger for the touchdown. The PAT was good. Preston later on in the quarter able to pick up some long plays, and a pass interference call got the ball down inside the 15 or inside the 20-yard line, and then it was a Brecker Knapp hit a little fade pattern into the right corner of the end zone to Tyler Linhart. Tyler went up, able to bring it back down, made the catch. Another flag came out for another pass interference call. The Indians declined the penalty, and the extra point was no good, and that's where we are at 7-6 here in the first half. So for Preston, who last week the defense really took control in the second half, find themselves trailing by a point in a very low-scoring game, just pretty much like the game was last week up in Butte, Montana, at Montana Tech against the Lakeland Hawks. Preston's able to move the ball a little bit better tonight in the first half than they did a week ago. As we'll come back and we'll take a look at the stat sheet from the first half. Stat reports brought to you by Naylor Insurance. We'll have that for you coming up right after this.
KACA.
Regardless of which insurance company you use, when you add a teen driver to your vehicle policy, your rates increase. This is Cheryl Kimball with Naylor Insurance in Preston. If you've got teen drivers, you need to know about the rate-saving plan offered through Mutual of Enumclaw Insurance. Teen Smart is an 8-hour program that, once completed, will lower your rates and make your teen a better driver. Savings and increased safety. It's a win-win. Call us today, 208-852-08.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
If you feel like your bank works against you, we invite you to move your accounts to Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. We work for you, not against you. Serving Southeast Idaho for over 65 years, we offer totally free checking with cash back rewards, 0 fees credit cards, low auto loan rates, and excellent customer service. Visit today, 311 South Highway 91, Preston. Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Here, the advantage is yours. Equal housing lender, member NCUA.
Why do I drink milk?
Milk rehydrates my body after I work out.
Milk has the protein I need to build muscle.
Milk helps me maintain a lean body mass.
Milk helps my muscles recover and stay strong.
Milk has the carbohydrates I need to re-energize.
Milk replaces important electrolytes that I lose when I sweat.
As an athlete at Boise State,
I learned that every sip
is a victory.
What do you drink?
What do you drink?
What do you drink?
Milk Victory. Brought to you by United Dairy.
KACH.
Welcome back. We're at halftime. Preston trails by a point. It's 7-6 at the break. Well, Preston trying to reverse a trend over the last 11 or 12 years that has seen Shelley beat the Indians 10 in a row. They've averaged 43 points a game, has Shelley, in the last 10 games head-to-head that they've beaten Preston in, including last year's game that they won by a score of 33-19. The last time Preston had beaten Shelley was back in 2008 when Preston was able to come away with a 28-15 win. So the Indians will try to keep that going here tonight, or at least get back into the game trailing by a point. so far, but they moved the ball better so far here in the first half than they did a week ago in the game against Lakeland. Preston last week had a total of 297 yards in the game, as they passed the ball last week for 176 and they ran it for 121. And so far tonight, Preston's able to move the ball pretty well, but they only have 6 points to show for it. Let's look at our stats from the first half, as the stats brought to you by Naylor Insurance for home, health, life, and auto through Mutual of Enumclaw. Contact Naylor Insurance here in Preston. They're at 153 North State Street, or give them a call at 852-0810. On the stat sheet, first for the Shelley Russets, they had a pair of turnovers in the first half and a total of 7 first downs. Bricker Williams was 5 of 7 for 87 yards in the first half. As far as rushing the ball goes, Kidman carried the ball 3 times for 5 yards. Williams carried the ball the most for the Russets. He had 7 carries in the first half for 23 yards. Riker Klinger was the most effective runner in the first half for the Russets. He carried the ball 5 times for 25 yards. And Johnson carried the ball twice for 9. And it was Skylar Robinson with 4 carries for a total of 13 yards. Klinger had a couple of catches as well for 11. Kidman 2 for 59 yards, including the reception to set up the touchdown on the 2-yard run by Klinger that got the Russets on the board in the second quarter. Penalty flags were a problem for the Russets in the first half. They had 5 penalties for a total of 26 yards. As far as Preston goes, they committed 1 turnover. That was an interception thrown by Knapp that really wasn't his fault. It was a pass intended for Tate Green. Tate quit running, and because of that, the ball was past him over his head, and the defensive back able to come over and make the catch and take in the interception. That was the lone turnover in the first half for the Indians. Knapp in the first half, 7 of 11 for 70 yards and a touchdown in the first half. As far as carrying ball carriers, Emery Thorson carried the ball a total of 5 times for 28 yards. Devin Inglet, 1 carry for 3. Charles Iverson only carried it twice in the first half for a total of 5 yards. And that's the way the running game went. As far as the receiving, Emery Thorson, 1 catch for 6 yards. Chevy Nelson, 3 for 48. And it was Tyler Linhart had 2 catches for a total of 26 yards and the touchdown, coming on the 8-yard little fade into the corner, 18-yard fade to the corner, and Linhart was able to haul the ball in, got Preston on the board. Unfortunately, the extra point was no good. As you'll see the score there on the scoreboard, Preston trails 7-6. However, the Indians will get the ball back to start the second half. They won the coin toss tonight, and as they normally do, Coach Thorson opted to defer to the second half, so Preston will receive the second half kickoff. Tonight's game brought to you by Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. As they get ready to break ground on Phase 3, you can find out more information on how you can have a house built for your needs or desires by calling Ralph's Construction at 435-232-1837. We'll take a timeout. Second half coming up just around the corner. We'll be right back to Preston High School right after this.
KACH.
Ralph's Construction has been building quality homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston for years. Now they're breaking ground on Phase 3 and will have homes available again soon. However, now is the time to be planning exactly in the Phase 3 lots where you want to be and eventually call home. For more information, call 435-232-1837. Ralph's Construction can have a home ready for you before you know it. Remember, they have floor plans available, or they can build a suit of floor plan that you may desire. Ralph's Construction. Call today, 435-232-1837.
When you're on the hunt for your next vehicle, you would be wise to hunt a lot at West Motor Ford in Preston. If you don't find the new or pre-owned vehicle that you're looking for, they will help you search the country high and low for the exact vehicle for you. At West Motor Ford in Preston, they also buy goods used vehicles. You need cash now? Bring your goods used vehicle to West Motor Ford and they'll write you a check. West Motor Ford in Preston.
We had no winner on Friday in the KCH Money Magnet contest, so another $5 into the jackpot. And coming up Monday morning during the 7 o'clock hour, the jackpot will go up to $320. Be listening during the 7 o'clock hour Monday mornings. We try once again to give it away right here on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KCH.
At Preston Drug, we understand that everyone is busy and time is important. That's why we've implemented synchronization. We look at all the monthly prescriptions your family takes, and working with your doctor, we organize them so that you can pick them all up at one time each month. Synchronization with Preston Drug saves you time and money. Call Preston Drug today, and we'll get you into the synchronization system. It's free and it's simple. Preston Drug, 208-852-1563.
When it comes to vehicle repairs, they can get very aggressive at getting the job done right at Motor Jungle in Preston. Motor Jungle takes the repair jobs other mechanics turn down. They work on any model or make a car or truck, yes, even the one you drive. So when your generator refuses to jam, when your carburetor just won't carb, and your pistons won't go up and down, don't get mad. Take it to Motor Jungle in Preston. They'll have your car purring like a kitten. Motor Jungle on the north end of State Street in Preston.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
And both teams are back out on the field. We're about 30 seconds or so away from the second half kickoff here, as the Indians trailing by a score of 7-6, and they'll look to get a better result here in the second half as they get ready for next week. We mentioned Star Valley will be here. Then Preston will go back out on the road on September 10th as they'll go to Bonneville. And then come back home and face Blackfoot. That's what's coming up the next couple of games, next 3 games for Preston, as they'll play most of their home games in the early part of the season, as they'll play 3 of their last 4 games on the road at Sugar Salem, and then home against Century, and then back-to-back road games against Pocatello, a game to be played at Holt Arena, and against Snake River to wrap up the regular season. But for Preston, they always get ready to receive the second half kick. And see they get back into the game. They had to come from behind last week for a very tight 1-point win, and they trail by a point here as we get ready to start half number 2. Preston will go, if you're listening on the radio, they'll go from right to left across your radio dial here in the second half, as Shelley will kick it away. Caden Kidman will do the honors, as his kick is going to come down to Ashton Madsen at about the 7-yard line. He's going to come back here across the near side of the field. He's got a pretty good hole and gets shoved, but he gets across the 25 to about the 26-yard line. That's a good return by Ashton Madsen, as he tried to turn the corner. If it wasn't for the defensive man just giving him a little bit of a bump to knock him off stride and send him out of bounds, he might have been able to turn the corner and head up the sidelines. As it stands, it'll be Preston's ball, 1st and 10 at the 27. So Brecker Knapp, 7 of 11 for 70 yards in the first half. They'll start with 3 wide receivers and 2 running backs, Thorson and Iverson. They'll give it to Iverson straight ahead, gets across the 30 to the 35. That's a nice 7-yard gain straight ahead for Charles Iverson. Iverson last week carried the ball a total of 10 times for 42 yards. And his longest run was 11, and just about matched that there as he ripped it off for make it 8 yards by the time they spot it. Second down, Thorson Breaks a couple of tackles, picks up the first down as he gets across the 40 to the 41. That'll be a 6-yard gain for Emery Thorson. That's first down number 9 for Preston. So Knapp looking back over to the sidelines as they signal in a play, and then once they line up, they want to see how the Shelley defense adjusts, and they'll adjust the play call. Twin receivers to each side. Knapp wants to throw. Underneath it comes to Nelson as Chevy has to try to lunge backwards to try to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a complete pass, but they end up losing about a half a yard on the play. And it's second down and 11, and Preston wants a timeout here very early on in quarter number 3. So a timeout on the field. We'll take one as well. We'll be right back right after this.
KACH.
Regardless of which insurance company you use, when you add a teen driver to your vehicle policy, your rates increase. This is Cheryl Kimball with Naylor Insurance in Preston. If you've got teen drivers, you need to know about the rate-saving plan offered through Mutual of Enumclaw Insurance. Teen Smart is an 8-hour program that, once completed, will lower your rates and make your teen a better driver. Savings and increased safety. It's a win-win. Call us today, 208-852-08.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Well, after the 1-yard loss on the pass play, second down 11 for the Indians. And after the timeout, 2 receivers left. Knapp's going to roll left, looking. Now he's going to pull it down and try to run forward. He gets up to about the 43 where he's bounced out of bounds. And that'll be a 4-yard gain on the run attempt by Brecker Knapp. That's his first carry of the night. And it's going to bring up third down and long here for the Indians, as it'll be third down and 7. Thorson and Francis in the backfield. 3 receivers for the Indians, twins to the right. As they get the defense to jump, that always helps. That's the 3rd time they've done that tonight as Knapp gets them again on the hard count. That's a 5-yard step off and the 6th flag of the night against the Russets for 31 yards. And not only that, it's 5 yards the cheap way, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and short, and a chance for the Indians to pick up the first down. As it goes to Francis, he has the first down as he gets across the midfield stripe, and he has about a 4-yard gain. So Francis's first carry of the game, good for a first down. Preston's 10th of the game. And they'll move the chains, 1st and 10 from the Shelley 48-yard line. They'll give it to Thorson. He's going to sweep right. He's got several players out in front of him. Thorson just ducks his head and puts his shoulder down, gets across the 45, and they're going to mark him all the way up at the 40. And that'll be an 8-yard gain again for Emery Thorson as he rolls out of bounds. Seven carries for 42 yards unofficially for Emery. Second down and 2 here. Again, they'll go twin setbacks, twin receivers as well to the left. Single receiver right is Tyler Linhart as they give it to Iverson. And Iverson just busts it right straight ahead for another first down as he gets up to about the 35-yard line. That's a 5-yard pickup for Charles Iverson. And all of a sudden, Preston just kind of using their muscle to move around what is a younger and smaller Shelley team here to start the second half. 1st and 10 from the Shelley 38-yard line, from the 37-yard line, I should say. As they've kept the ball on the ground here to start the second half, they fake it to Iverson. They want to throw, and it's underthrown, and Nelson stumbled. As going up to try to pick it off was C.J. Fielding, and it was just out of his reach as well, and that'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Cade Lords into the game, splits out wide left for the Indians, 2 receivers right, as they'll stay with 2 running backs as well, Thorson and Iverson. Knapp rolling right, throws underneath, has his man, as making the catch and falling out of bounds. It was Ashton Madsen for a gain of 5 yards on the play. That'll bring up 3rd down and 5. So 3rd down and 5 here for Preston. They've been moving the ball well, and certainly they're in position, 2-down territory here. They're not quite in position to try to kick a field goal. They need about 10 yards or so for that to happen. So they gain 10 yards. They also pick up the 1st down. Knapp rolling left, still rolling left, throws underneath, and it's dropped by Iverson. He would have had the 1st down up to the 25-yard line. So now it's 4th down, and let's see what's what Coach Thorson has in mind here, and he's going to go for it here on 4th down. This will be their 4th try on 4th down tonight, as Brecker Knapp tries the hard count to see if he can get the defense to jump again and pick up a 1st down easily, but they don't, and now Iverson needs to take a timeout. So Preston uses their 2nd timeout of the half here in the first, 4.5 minutes of the first half. So with a timeout on the field, we'll take one here as well. Preston trails by a point, 7-6. We're back to Preston High School right after this.
KACA.
At Rounds & Associates Insurance, we've been in business since 1948. And while many of the faces may have changed, there's one thing that still stays the same: our personalized customer service. Our customers will always come first, whatever your needs. At Rounds & Associates Insurance, we have many different insurance options and can find the right option for you and your needs. Call us today to find out more. 208-852-2500. 208-852-2500, or drop by the office, 85 South State Street.
KACH.
Well, it's 4th down, and Preston sends the offense back out there, 4 wides. Iverson, the lone setback. They fake to Iverson. They're going to throw over the middle, and it's intercepted. Bringing it back, going along the far sideline, as Knapp picked off for the 2nd time tonight. He had a man, Lords, open over the middle, but didn't see the linebacker dropping into coverage. As Shelley returns the ball back to the 44 of their own 44, and that's where they'll send the offense back out for their first time with the ball here in the 2nd half. 8:42 to play here in the 3rd quarter. Shelley leads by a point. 3 receivers, twins here down to the right side of the formation as they hand the ball off. It's Klinger coming right, trying to get around the corner, stiff arms a man, as it was Inglet who got stiff armed right in the face mask. Then now they're going to call a holding penalty, I believe, against Shelley. Is that what the call is going to be? A holding penalty, walk the ball 10 yards from the spot of the foul, which would be at the Preston 43, holding against Shelley. It is. So that'll move the ball back 10 yards after the play. So the step off comes from the Preston 43, and they'll carry the ball back across the midfield stripe, and they'll set it down at Shelley's 46-yard line. So another penalty flag against the Russets. That's their 7th, and a little bit rough as far as their first game of the year goes, as far as the penalty flags are concerned. Twin receivers right, single receiver left, 1 setback here for the Russets. Williams out of the shotgun, drops the ball again, and it gets absolutely hammered. He tries to pick up and move the ball forward, as stepping up was Colton Francis to make the hit. So another drop snap by Williams that he's able to get back. And it's 2nd down and 12 after the penalty. So they'll send a couple of receivers in here. So a passing situation for Williams. Gill and Bradshaw split out to the left. Oops, there's another fumble. This one bounces straight up in the air. Let's see, Preston was there. Did he get a hand on it? And the referees come over and say, no, it's 3rd down. But it's going to be about another 7-yard loss and push the ball all the way back to the 38-yard line. So that was a bad snap. That wasn't Williams' fault. The snap was high and he wasn't able to bring it down. So 3rd down and 17 now for the Russets. As we approach the midway point of quarter number 3. Twin receivers here to the bottom. That'd be the right side of the formation. Single setback. Williams able to bring that one in. They'll throw underneath. It's complete as it goes to Bradshaw. Bradshaw gets absolutely drilled out of bounds at the 46, and his mouth guard went flying over into the Preston bench. It'll bring up 4th down and 8 after the 7-yard completion. So 4th down and 8, and punting situation. Kidman will do the kicking. Snap's pretty good. Punt is also pretty good. This is going to send Madsen back trailing. In fact, he's going to let it go as it bounces down inside the 15. It'll be down at the 13. So Preston's offense will come back out of the field. 1st and 10 from their own 13. As they moved the ball pretty well and then ran out of gas. They're in their first initial drive of the quarter. Tonight's game brought to you in part by West Motors in Preston and Logan. Need a new or used car for that student as they start the new school year, whether they're in high school or in college. Stop by West Motors. If you're looking for a Ford, Chrysler, Plymouth, Jeep, or Dodge truck, it's West Motors in Preston and in Logan. 1st and 10 for the Preston offense. 2 setbacks with Knapp in the backfield, single wide to each side. Out of the shotgun, Knapp wants to throw underneath, and not sure if that was on a bounce or was caught. It was caught. It'll be good for about a 4-yard gain, as that was Madsen to make the catch. 2nd down and 6 coming up for Preston. Madsen's 2nd catch of the game. 5.5 to play here in quarter number 3. Preston trails 7-6. Knapp calls out the play, makes a little change as they give it to Thorson. Thorson breaks a tackle, almost hits the ball stripped away from him. He has the 1st down as he gets across the 25. 8-yard gain for Emery Thorson on the run. 1st down, number 12 on the night for the Indians. Unofficially, 8 carries for 50 yards for Emery Thorson on the game. So 1st and 10 as Preston gets the ball outside their own 25. After the good punt, pinned them back inside their own 10-yard line. Twin receivers to each side. Knapp wants to throw, now runs up the middle in a crowd, and he's bulldogged and brought down, although it's going to be a little bit of a gain. Knapp's going to run the ball for about 3 yards. It'll bring up 2nd down and about 7 as Knapp with a very short gain. Clock will continue to run, 4.5 to play here in quarter number 3. Twin receivers to each side. Lone setback stands on Knapp's left shoulder. That's Iverson. He gets the handoff, and Iverson squirts ahead, gets across the 35, as he'll pick up about 6 yards on the play and bring up third down and short. Nice run by Charles Iverson as he just puts his head down. And we're able to break one tackle and gets out near the first down before they can bring him down. Third down and about 1.5 yards. 2 running backs this time, 3 receivers, including 2 out to this side. As they try to give it to Francis, he runs right into a man and gets brought down, as the first man there to make contact was Skylar Robinson, who, when he's not busy playing running back, is playing linebacker. And Francis will lose about 1 yard, and it's going to bring up third down and 4, and it's going to bring up a punt situation here for the Indians. So Knapp back into punt position. Single return man deep here. Knapp gets the ball away, the kick away, as it hits about the 30. Picked up there, and it's picked up by Bradshaw. And then about 3 or 4 Indians, the first group wave of players down the field, make Bradshaw pay for picking up that punt. So 1st and 10 for the Russets. They get the ball to start this possession back at their own 25. Single setback as Williams hands it off, the end around, flag down behind the play. Running down the sideline is number 24, Caden Johnson. He's going to go 75 yards, but hold on. What's the flag back in the backfield? It was thrown right after the handoff, and you got to think it was a holding penalty. Let's see. As coming over is Corbin Windward to say something to the official, and he shakes his head yes. So you got to figure that was a holding call. As the side official here on the near side of the field threw it right in where the handoff took place. And it will be, I'm sure it's a holding call because they're going to step it off here against Shelley, and they'll walk it back another 10 yards, and it's going to bring up first down and 20. That's 8 flags now against the Russets for 51 yards in the game. So a little bit of a break there for the Indians, as the Russets took it down the sideline and potentially looked at a touchdown that would have increased the lead. 2.5 to play here in quarter number 3. First down and 20. They will not throw here. Here comes another penalty flag in. Klinger, the ball carrier, and again another timeout, as this is thrown by the back judge, and this, or I should say the umpire, and this likely is yet another holding call. Holding against the offense. That'll move them back again. And from first down and 20, they're going the wrong way. This is going to bring up a first down and about 30 play. Remember, the drive started at their own 25. They set the ball down now at the 5 as they lose 20 yards on holding penalties and back-to-back plays. So second down and 30 as the ball way back at the 5-yard line. 2 receivers right here for the Russets. Williams out of the shotgun, spins out and throws underneath. It's complete. They get up to about the 11-yard line as the pass complete to Kidman, but then it was coming over to make the tackle Cord Everson for the Indians, and it's a short 5-yard gain, and it's second down and 25. Minute and a half to play here in the quarter. Again, they'll go twin receivers to the right. Lone setback is Robinson. They'll give it to Robinson, who runs into the middle of the line, and he runs right into the area where the big uglies hang out. Trevor Gregory. I had to laugh during the pregame show when Coach Thurston was talking about Trevor Gregory and said that at 260 pounds, he's the lightest of the three. The three big linemen that take up the middle of the field. So it's a short gain for Williams, and it's 3rd down and 23. So 3rd and 23, they'll keep the ball on the ground, and running the ball is Johnson, and Johnson is brought down almost immediately, and coming up to make the initial contact there was Jaden Perkins, and it's 4th down and very long. So a good stand by the Preston defense, helped out by a couple of holding penalties, but they don't let them move the ball forward, and they're going to have to kick basically from their own goal line here. And Preston should have pretty good field position to start this next possession, which will be in the 4th quarter as the clock runs out here in the 3rd. So we'll go to the fourth quarter tonight, brought to you by Webb Funeral Home, as we'll go to quarter number 4 right after this.
KACH.
Webb Funeral Home, established in Preston in 1925, has served the needs of Franklin County families and their neighbors for several generations. Now in their modern new full-service facilities just off Highway 91 south of Preston, Webb Funeral Home continues to offer caring and professional services to all residents of the area in their time of need. Funeral directors Douglas Webb, Ron Smaley, and Jordan Webb, along with aftercare specialist Jody Rasmussen, thank you for your trust in them and welcome your questions and concerns anytime. A message from your friends at Webb.
When it comes to vehicle repairs, they can get very aggressive at getting the job done right at Motor Jungle in Preston. Motor Jungle takes the repair jobs other mechanics turn down. They work on any model or make a car or truck, yes, even the one you drive. So when your generator refuses to jam, when your carburetor just won't carb, and your pistons won't go up and down, don't get mad. Take it to Motor Jungle in Preston. They'll have your car purring like a kitten. Motor Jungle on the north end of State Street in Preston.
KACH. KACH.
Shelley will punt to open the quarter number 4, brought to you by Webb Funeral Home here in Preston, as the kick again almost blocked, end over end, taken by Inglet at the 45. He's going to come right, trying to get around the corner and making a pretty good defensive play there, diving and taking Inglet's feet out from under him as CJ Fielding on the tackle. But Preston will start in Shelley territory here as we start the 4th quarter. 7-6, neither team able to score in quarter number 3 tonight. And Preston trailing by a point, trying to break what has become a 10-game winning streak for Shelley over the Preston football team as they trail by a point. As they're going to start here, they're going to empty the backfield. A little bit of a gadget play here as Thorson lines up at the quarterback spot. Knapp is out in the slot on the left-hand side. As Thorson going to throw underneath, is complete as it's completed to Matson. Matson gets up near the 37. And that'll be about a 7-yard gain as Emery Thorson drilled one right into the midsection of Matson for 7 yards. Thorson stays at quarterback. 2nd down and 3. As goes deep across the middle, and they try to go to Linhart. Linhart looking for a flag, but not going to get it. As soon as the ball touched Linhart's hands, the cornerback there on that side is Brandon Fielding, grabbed Linhart by the jersey and drug him down. So 3rd down and about 4 here coming up for the Preston offense. Knapp now is going to come over. He's going to line up again in the slot on the right side as once again Preston will empty the backfield. 5 receivers into the pattern. Thorson, the lone man, working out of the shotgun. As Thorson with the shotgun snap tries to run forward. He's going to be well short of the first down. In fact, he doesn't even get to the 35. He'll pick up maybe a yard, and it's going to be 4th down and about 2. So they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Iverson and Knapp back into the game. Thorson stays in at the running back spot. 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, 2 here to the right side of the formation. As Knapp changes the play at the line. Now he wants to roll right. Look out, coming after the blitz, and coming up to get a hand on it and knocking it away was big number 50, Cody Bowman again. So Bowman knocks down his second pass of the night, and that will turn the ball over on downs for the Indians. As they tried to go for it on 4th down for the 4th time tonight, and they've been successful only once. So 1st and 10 for Shelley as they start in their own territory, back at their own 37. 10:25 to play here in the 4th quarter. 4th quarter brought to you by Webb Funeral Home. And it's a 1-point game. Toss underneath goes absolutely nowhere as they tried to toss the ball down low to Bradshaw, and Bradshaw ran into the middle of the line. That's where Messrs. Windward, Larson, and Gregory all hang out, and they were all standing there waiting for him. It'll actually go as a 2-yard gain. So it's 2nd down and 8. Again out of the shotgun, Williams. And hold on, we got illegal motion at the start of the play. Yep. So it's another penalty against Shelley. So they move the ball forward a couple of yards and now walk it back 5 yards. 10 penalties for 66 yards tonight against the Russets. And it's back to 2nd down and call it 13, maybe 14. They bring the play in from the sidelines as the little receiver Josh Gill brings in the play. Now comes out here wide left. Bradshaw will line up in the slot left. And they have one receiver over on the right side. Now he's coming back this way. And they're going to roll left. Looking underneath, and a man wide open. It's complete as it goes to Johnson. Johnson running free in the backfield. A penalty flag comes down. And he's up to the 20-yard line down at the 19. Now what's the flag? It's back at about the 35. It's going to be something against Preston down the field or a holding penalty down the field again against Shelley. They're going to bring the ball back. So it's probably against the Russets as the flag down at the 36. And it'll be, another holding penalty. And that'll push the ball back from the 36. It'll be a 1st down, but it'll be 1st and 10 at the 46 instead of down inside the 15-yard line. So their 3rd holding penalty of the half pushes the ball back, but it is a 1st down. It's on the Preston side of the 50 at the 46-yard line, 1st and 10, 8:50 to play here in the 4th. Robinson in motion. Williams wants to throw. And it's almost picked off. In and out of the hands of Ashton Madsen. He had it right in his midsection and couldn't put the squeeze on it. He had a full head of steam and was looking to go the other way, but dropped it. 2nd down. Clock stops with 8:40 to play. Tonight's game brought to you by Webb Funeral Home. Their compassionate staff will help you in your time of need. Call 852-0533 for Webb Funeral Home. You know them, you trust them. They're here to stay. 2nd and 10. Receive one man in motion. They give it to the man in motion. That is Kidman. And Kidman is buried immediately by that defensive line. As for Preston, it was big Corbin Windward, the first man to put mitts on him. No gain, it's 3rd and 10. Preston needs to get the ball back and put some offense together. They moved the ball pretty well in their first possession here in the second half. Emery Thorson made a couple of good plays while he was running the quarterback spot, but then they're not able to score. They throw underneath, and it's picked it. It's knocked down this time as Devin Inglet comes in to knock that ball away, and it's 4th down and 10. So Inglet knocks the ball away, sets up a punt situation. Williams 9 of 16 unofficially for 85 yards. And Kidman will punt. Inglet and Madsen back deep. Wants to angle it over to Madsen's side. It's end over end. Madsen falls down trying to go get the ball. Nobody touched it. Nobody touched it, and that should just be down at the 10-yard line. That ball bounced away. Yes, it did. That ball bounced away from Madsen, and the sideline for Shelley is going apoplectic as they thought that Madsen had touched the ball. Madsen fell down, and the ball bounced over him. He never touched it. Then it'll be Preston's ball deep in their own end with 7:46 to play, and they trail by a point. So now they need to put some offense together. First and 10 from their own 10. They'll start with 2 setbacks, 3 receivers, 2 here to the right side. Knapp working out of the shotgun. As the snap is high and over his head, and he's got to go back and cover it in the end zone. It's a safety. So a bad snap goes over Brecker's head. He had no choice but go and lay on it in the end zone and give up the safety, and it's 9-6. It's still a 1-possession game, but Preston's got to get the ball back again now. With only 7:42 left on the clock, as they'll get a free kick to get rid of it back at their own 20-yard line. And the defense, much like last week, has been stiff here in the second half, and that's exactly what they need. They need another defensive stand, 3 and out preferably, for the Shelley offense, and have them punt the ball away again. So the free kick back from their own 20. Thorson will tee it up and kick it away from there. That's the first point scored by either team in the second half. In fact, it's the first point scored since about midway through the second quarter when Preston got their first and only touchdown of the game. So Thorson tees it up. Shelley sends a couple of men back deep. They're standing back about their own 25. And Thorson waiting for the referees to signal ready, and there it is. And Emery approaches, and it's high right down the middle as it comes down to Korger. And Korger goes right up the middle of the field in a big seam, and nobody touches him until he gets to the 50-yard line. And they bring him down there. So Riker Klinger able to take it back about 25 yards on the kick return. That'll be first and 10 for Shelley at their own 50-yard line. See if they just try to keep the ball on the ground. As on the first down play, straight ahead, it is Josh Llewellyn with his first carry tonight. He gains a yard. So the clock runs. Down to 7:10 to play here in the fourth quarter. Preston now trailing by 3 after giving up the safety. And it's 2nd down and 9. As they're letting the clock run as much as they can to waste time as Williams stands and stares over at the sidelines, waiting. The back judge finally signals 10 seconds, and there we go. There's Llewellyn again straight ahead. Second effort gets him up to the 45. That's a 4-yard carry. And it's 3rd down and 5, but the clock becomes an ally of the Russets here as it runs with 6.5 to play. Third down and 5. Preston needs the 3 and out. They need to try to stop them here. They'll send twin receivers right. Tight end here to the left side. Single setback. Stands on Williams' right shoulder. And again, they'll let the clock run as far as they can. Man in motion back to the right. And now Williams wants to throw underneath, and it's caught for the first down. And stepping out of bounds is Caden Johnson. And that'll be about a 14-yard completion for the first down. So Johnson with the big catch, had to go up and get it too. The pass was tall, almost got over his head. So they have to do it again for the Preston defense. 1st and 10. They'll go quickly this time, straight ahead. Llewellyn trying to fight for extra yardage. He's going to end up getting about 2 yards on the play, maybe 3. And it'll bring up 2nd down as they keep the ball again on the ground. And if all that's going to do is keep burning up the clock before they have to run another play. 5.5 to play here in the fourth quarter, brought to you by Webb Funeral Home here in Preston, as they bring in all kinds of fresh people over onto the Shelley side as a couple of players leave. 2nd down and 7. You got to think they've got to try to keep the ball on the ground here again. Klinger in the backfield this time. And out of the shotgun, nope, Williams wants to throw. He goes underneath, and it's caught and stopped immediately as Madsen on the defense, as Bradshaw, the receiver, gets up to the 28. The clock will continue to run as it's not a first down. It's 3rd down and 4. 6-yard gain. And again, Preston needs a defensive play here to get off the field. We're down to 4.5 to play in the game. Biggest play of the game right here for the Preston defense. They need to get off the field. Klinger the lone setback. Twin receivers left. Williams again lets the clock run. Down to 4:15 to play. Waiting, and now timeout called by the Shelley sideline with 4:09 to play, and Shelley leading by 3. We will be right back.
KACH.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
KACH.
Now the timeout comes on 3rd down and 4. 4:09 to play. Shelley has the ball and a 3-point lead. A big play here for the Preston defense. Inside handoff. Klinger has the first down, gets all the way to the 20, still on his feet, struggling to cross up to the 15. 14-yard run for Klinger. That moves the chains again. So the clock stops to set the chains at 3:50, and now it starts back up. 1st and 10 at the Preston 15-yard line. Williams again waiting for someone on the sideline to tell him to go ahead and run the play. As the clock runs down to 3:25, now they'll snap the ball, give it to Klinger. Straight bounces it outside, inside the 10, down to about the 5. That'll bring up 2nd down and 1 after Klinger runs for 9. And with the ball on the ground, the clock continues to run as we go inside 3 minutes. They bring the play in from the sideline as Alpin brings the play in. And again, they'll let the clock continue to run until they have to snap the ball. 2:40 to play. Out of the shotgun, Williams gives it to Klinger. Klinger straight ahead. Larson comes over from behind to drag him down. But he gets the ball down inside the 5. That will be a 1st down. It's 1st and goal from inside the 5, and now Preston wants a timeout. 2:26 to play in the game. 1st and 10 for Shelley inside the Preston 5-yard line. We'll take a timeout, and again, we will be right back.
KACA.
A higher level of precision and accuracy, that's what the new Naveo Robotic Assistance System at Franklin County Medical Center provides you. Whether you're in need of revision, partial or total knee replacement, the new robotic assisted surgery technology at Franklin County Medical Center allow knee surgery candidates the comfort of knowing that their knee surgery will be performed with confidence, improving the function, feel, and longevity of your new knee. Learn more about the new robotics machine at fcmc.org. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and
KACH. KACH.
Come on, Victor!
Well, Preston's defense played pretty well in the second half up until just recently, as Shelley's offense keeping the ball on the ground, and the big guys in the middle getting a little gassed for the Indians, not able to make the stops when they needed to inside. Second and goal. Williams wants to throw. Throwing a little fade pattern, and it's caught for the touchdown. The fade pattern to Gill from 4 yards. And Shelley, with 2:21 to play, makes it 15-6. And they'll come in to try the extra point, as it will be Kidman to kick the extra point. It's a 2-possession game, as the kick is no good, as Kidman shanks it wide right. So 2:21 left. Shelley leads by 9, 15-6. Preston are 2 scores behind now, with under 2.5 to play in the game. We'll take our final timeout and back with more right after this.
KACH.
It has been too long since you enjoyed some delicious pasta on your dinner plate. Wait no longer. Stop by Stokes Market in Preston this week, where you'll find select varieties of pasta, 88 cents a box, and select varieties of pasta sauce, 24-ounce bottles, 2 for $3. Cook it up, put it on a plate next to a perfectly grilled petite sirloin steak, which you'll find at Stokes Market this week for $4.49 a pound. And you'll be serving a dinner fit for a king. Enjoy it tonight. When you shop, enjoy, save at Stokes Market in Preston.
KACH.
So Preston will get the ball back after the Motor Jungle kickoff. Motor Jungle 597 North State Street in Preston. They'll do all the vehicle repairs, air conditioning service, oil changes, new engine replacements. If you have a problem with your car, stop in at Motor Jungle in Preston. So the short touchdown pass from Williams to Gill. Extra point no good. It's 15-6, 2:21 to play. Preston down by 9. Kidman kicks it away. It's going to come down to Ashton Madsen at his own 15. Madsen straight ahead, bounces it outside, has a crease, gets up to the 40, 45, and he's hog-tied from behind as Kidman drags him down. That's going to be another penalty and move the ball farther up. As Kidman reached around and grabbed him by the back of the shoulder pads and threw him down. You can't do that, young man. That's a personal foul. Will move the ball again. Another flag against the Russets. That should be a 15-yarder, and it'll be a horse collar tackle. Will take it up to the 40-yard line after the 15-yard penalty. So that's a big call. The 12th of the night. And that gives Preston certainly a little bit of an opportunity. 2:13 to play, and they have the ball 1st and 10 at the Russets 40. 12 penalties, 81 yards. On the first down call, they go up the sidelines for Madsen, in and out, just out of his hands, and that'll stop the clock on the incomplete pass. Knapp is now 9 of 17 on the night. Last week he was 10 of 19. First, 2nd and 10, as Knapp's arm is hit. Just as he tried to release the ball, coming up on the blitz was Hadley Carpenter. First time we call his name tonight. Hit Knapp's arm just as he tried to release, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and 10. Four receivers, 2 to each side. You got to find Linhart in this situation. He's wide here to the right. Looking down the other side, and again, the pass is knocked down. So Knapp, for the 2nd time in a row, they come on the blitz, and he's not able to get rid of it. And it's 4th down and 10.
Let's go!
So they're coming right up the middle in Knapp's face on the blitz. Twice in a row, having the ball knocked down. Thorson comes back over here to the right side of the formation. That'll put 3 trips right. Single receiver left is Nelson. Iverson in the backfield. Gonna roll right. Rolling, looking, throws down the sidelines. It's wide. Now a penalty flag comes in. And let's see what the flag's going to be. The pass was incomplete. It'll be 4th down and 10. Now there's another flag thrown on the far sidelines in front of the Shelley bench. And that could have been some sort of a expletive-laced tirade, thinking the penalty was going to be against the Russets on the bench. Let's see, they haven't called or made any kind of indication yet other than an unsportsmanlike conduct over here against the bench. Unsportsmanlike against Preston, or illegal man downfield against Preston. They'll decline the penalty. What was the flag against on the other side on the bench? Shouldn't that be offsetting penalties? As a sideline warning? Is that all it was going to be? And apparently so, as they indicate that it's Shelley's ball. So 1st and 10, Shelley has it at their own 40. 1:54 to play in the game. So the flag on the far side was a sideline warning is all. And the illegal man downfield against the Indians. And the pass was incomplete anyway. So 1st and 10 as they turn the ball over on downs. Preston 1 of 6 on 4th downs tries tonight. Waiting and the offensive lineman comes on late for Shelley. Snap out of the shotgun as they give it ahead to Klinger. It maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, no gain. But again, The clock will continue to run as it's down to 1:40 here in regulation. (9-7). Check that, 15-6, I should say. Shelley on top. After the touchdown, the missed extra point, and the safety here in the second half. They led 6-0 at halftime. Bunch formation, and hold on. Did they take too long? Nope, they wanted a timeout instead. So Shelley will take a timeout with 1:12 to play. Tell you what, let's squeeze a timeout in here nonetheless. I'm sure we missed one back here from earlier in the game. Timeout. We'll be right back as Shelley lead by 9 with 1 minute and 12 seconds left here in the game.
KACH, my local radio.
It has been too long since you enjoyed some delicious pasta on your dinner plate. Wait no longer. Stop by Stokes Market in Preston this week, where you'll find select varieties of pasta, 88 cents a box, and select varieties of pasta sauce, 24-ounce bottles, 2 for $3. Cook it up, put it on a plate next to a perfectly grilled petite sirloin steak, which you'll find at Stokes Market this week for $4.49 a pound. And you'll be serving a dinner fit for a king. Enjoy it tonight. When you shop, enjoy, save at Stokes Market in Preston.
On the second down and 10 play, Klinger runs the ball ahead, gets about 10 yards up to the midfield stripe. They'll stop the clock long enough to move the chains, and it's first down with 1:02 to play in the game. Klinger now 9 carries for 58 yards unofficially as we go under a minute to play. So Shelley's going to beat Preston for the 11th time in a row. Although they don't get up near their average point total in the previous 10 wins. In fact, only about half of what they scored over the last 10. And now once again, Shelley wants a timeout. Welcome to overcoaching, as the head coach of the Shelley Russets needs to take another timeout with his team leading by 9 with with about 35 seconds left on the clock. As for whatever reason, he needs to call a timeout just to make sure they know how to run the victory formation, I'm guessing. And just kneel on the ball, probably one of the easiest plays in football to do. But then again, Williams, the quarterback, has fumbled 3 times on center exchanges tonight. So maybe it's not the easiest play, at least for them to do. So the timeout called. 35 seconds left here in the contest. First and 10 from the midfield stripe. And they're not going to run this out of the victory formation, as Williams currently standing in the shotgun. Single set back, 2 receivers left. As the snap to Williams, and he does take the knee, but instead of losing 1 yard, they lose all the way back to the 45 instead, and they make him run one more play here or not, as handshakes are starting all around down on the field, and it does appear as if this one will be over, and Shelley will beat the Preston Indians tonight by the final score of 15-6. And they'll run their winning streak over the Preston Indians to 11. The last time Preston had beaten Shelley was back in 2008. So the Shelley Russets win their first game of the year here tonight as they go to 1-0. Preston suffers the loss, and they are 1-1. Final score here at Preston, 15-6. Shelley wins it. Back with the postgame show coming up. So stay with us here on KACH. Tonight's game has been brought to you by West Motors, your only stop for new and used cars in Preston and in Logan. Stokes Market True Value, with the freshest meats and produce you'll find in all of the city of Preston. By Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Rounds & Associates Insurance Agency, an independent agency with many options for all of your insurance needs. Preston Auto Parts, CarQuest. We have all the parts you need to keep your car running strong. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding communities since 1925. Rouse Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park region in Preston. Naylor Insurance for home, health, life, and auto from Mutual of Enumclaw. Now stay tuned for the postgame show. Coming right up. Rouse Construction has been building quality homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston for years. Now they're breaking ground on Phase 3 and will have homes available again soon. However, now is the time to be planning exactly in the Phase 3 lots where you want to be and eventually call home. For more information, call 435-232-1837. Rouse Construction can have a home ready for you before you know it. Remember, they have floor plans available, or they can build to suit a floor plan that you may desire. Rouse Construction. Call today, 435-232-1837.
Regardless of which insurance company you use, when you add a teen driver to your vehicle policy, your rates increase. This is Cheryl Kimball with Naylor Insurance in Preston. If you've got teen drivers, you need to know about the rate-saving plan offered through Mutual of Enumclaw Insurance. Teen Smart is an 8-hour program that, once completed, will lower your rates and make your teen a better driver. Savings and increased safety. It's a win-win. Call us today, 208-852-08.
We had no winner on Friday in the KCH Money Magnet contest, so another $5 into the jackpot. And coming up Monday morning during the 7 o'clock hour, the jackpot will go up to $320. Be listening during the 7 o'clock hour Monday morning as we try once again to give it away right here on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KA.
From sunup to sundown, we spend our time on the dairy, caring for cows and producing milk. And we also love being part of our tight-knit communities, being advocates for the kids in our schools, and being providers of safe, nutritious food for families around here and around the world. As your local dairy producers, we are more than farmers. We are Dairy West.
A proud member of the co-op. We save you money on advertising and enable you to reach more customers. We are KACH, Preston, Clarkston.
This is the Preston Indians postgame show. Coming up, we'll recap tonight's game, take a look at the final stats, and a look at other games from around the area on the Ron Keller Tires scoreboard. Well, welcome back here to Preston tonight as for the second year in a row, the Shelley Russets beat the Preston Indians to open the season tonight, not scoring as nearly as many points as they had averaged over the last 10 meetings, but they had enough as they went on to the 15-6 win. Dan Hubbard back here at Preston High School. John Beverly back in the studio with us tonight as the Indians fell behind 6-0 in the second quarter, or 7-0 I should say in the second quarter. They got their lone score midway through the second quarter as Tyler Linhart caught his second touchdown pass of the season. But little we know then, that was going to be the only score that Preston would have the entire night. As they came out after the halftime break, Preston was moving the ball fairly well in the third quarter. They were not able to score as they turnover again. Preston turned the ball over twice tonight, a pair of interceptions thrown by Brecker Knapp, as the game stayed at a one-point game into the fourth quarter. And then after a punt pinned the Indians deep in their own zone, it was on first down. With the Knapp standing in his own end zone out of the shotgun, the snap went over his head. He had no choice but just fall on it and give up the safety, and it made the score 9-6. But Preston, only 3 points behind, still had an opportunity to get back into the game. But after giving up the free kick, the Russets moved the ball down the field. Fortunately for Preston's solid defense, they played well late in the game last week against Lakeland tonight. Well, unfortunately, the offensive line for Shelley had some answers against the Preston defensive line opened up some pretty good holes for the running game during the fourth quarter, while they're also trying to run the clock out, and they ended up scoring on a 4-yard touchdown pass from Williams to Gill late in the quarter. The extra point was no good, and it made the final score 15-6, which allowed the Shelley Russets to pick up the win. So for Preston, offense still sputtering a lot in the game here tonight. They were not able to try to get off as many long plays as they did last week. In fact, one of the longest play that they had was a 31-yard pass play that helped set up the touchdown scored by Tyler Linhart, but they really couldn't score anything after that. Nelson couldn't really get open, had a hard time getting open, had a couple of balls thrown to Ashton Madsen that could have been caught that weren't, and one ball, one of the interceptions that Knapp threw, not his fault, as the intended receiver stopped running on the play. The ball went over his head, and the defensive back just stood there and waited for the ball to come to him. That was one of the turnovers that happened in the third quarter, as Knapp threw 2 more interceptions tonight. Remember, last year he had 12, and through 2 games this season, he has 5 already. So the final score, 15-6. Shelley wins it. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back and we'll look at the stats for tonight's game. Final stats brought to you by Naylor Insurance. We'll talk about those when we come back here to Preston right after this.
KACH.
Regardless of which insurance company you use, when you add a teen driver to your vehicle policy, your rates increase. This is Cheryl Kimball with Naylor Insurance in Preston. If you've got teen drivers, you need to know about the rate-saving plan offered through Mutual of Enumclaw Insurance. Teen Smart is an 8-hour program that, once completed, will lower your rates and make your teen a better driver. Savings and increased safety. It's a win-win. Call us today, 208-852-08.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
KACH. KACH.
Well, let's look at the final stats for the game, brought to you by Naylor Insurance. First, for the victorious Shelley Russets, Brecker Williams was 8 of 12 for 116 yards in the game and threw for 1 touchdown. As far as carrying the ball, Kidman, 3 carries for 5 yards. Williams ended up carrying the ball 7 times for 23. All of those came in the first half. Klinger, who really started to rack up the yardage late in the game, when Preston needed to get stops and they couldn't control Klinger, he ended up carrying the ball 9 times for 58 yards. Johnson, 2 carries for 9 yards. Robinson carried it 5 times, and he had 15 yards in the game. The big problem for Shelley tonight was just way too many penalties on opening night for them. 12 penalties for 81 yards for the Russets in the game here this evening. For the Preston Indians, for Brecker Knapp, we ended up going 9 of 18 for just 85 yards this evening. As far as carrying the ball, it was Emery Thorson, 9 carries for 51 yards. Devin England carried the ball once for 3. Brecker Knapp twice for 7 yards. Charles Iverson had a total of 5 carries in the game just for 23 yards. Then Colton Francis carried the ball once for 4 yards as well. Preston committed only 2 penalties in the game for a total of 10 yards on the contest. So that's your look at the final stats, brought to you by Naylor Insurance for home, health, life, and auto through Mutual of Enumclaw. Naylor Insurance at 153 North State Street here in Preston. We'll come back. We'll name our rounds and our player of the game, brought to you by Ralph's Construction. Plus, we'll tell you what's on tap for the Indians coming up right after this.
KACH.
Ralph's Construction has been building quality homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston for years. Now they're breaking ground on Phase 3 and will have homes available again soon. However, now is the time to be planning exactly in the Phase 3 lots where you want to be and eventually call home. For more information, call 435-232-1837. Ralph's Construction can have a home ready for you before you know it. Remember, they have floor plans available, or they can build to suit a floor plan that you may desire. Ralph's Construction. Call today, 435-232-1837.
It has been too long since you enjoyed some delicious pasta on your dinner plate. Wait no longer. Stop by Stokes Market in Preston this week, where you'll find select varieties of pasta, 88 cents a box, and select varieties of pasta sauce, 24-ounce bottles, 2 for $3. Cook it up, put it on a plate next to a perfectly grilled petite sirloin steak, which you'll find at Stokes Market this week for $4.49 a pound. And you'll be serving a dinner fit for a king. Enjoy it tonight. When you shop, enjoy, save at Stokes Market in Preston.
Stop in and take advantage of the savings during the month of September at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest in Preston. Grab 2 12-ounce bottles of STP Fuel Injection Cleaner. Buy one, get one free. Get ready for winter and save $6 on 2 Rain-X Enhanced Performance Wiper Blades. And clean up your vision and save $3 with McGuire's 2-step Headlight Restoration Kit. Price is good through September 29th. Stop in and save today, where you'll be treated like a friend at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, 17 South State Street in downtown.
KACH.
Welcome back. Time to name our Ralph's Construction player of the game here tonight. And, you know, it's tough enough making your first start, but if you're making your first varsity start at quarterback as a sophomore, boy, hats off to Brecker Williams. He was a cool customer out there, ran the offense well. They struggled just like the Preston offense did at times, but they had enough to come away with the victory. So Brecker Williams, our Ralph's Construction player of the game. Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park area in Preston as they get ready to break ground on Phase 3. Call for more information, 435-232-1837. So what's on tap for the Preston Indians? Well, next Friday they're home again, as Star Valley will be here next Friday night. Pregame show starts at 6:30. We'll have the kickoff for you at about 7 next week. You can see and have the broadcast live online at mylocalradio.com. We will be tape delayed again next week with Westside being on the road. They will have the opportunity of being live once again. So the tape delayed broadcast on KACH will come up after the Westside game next week, much like tonight. But again, you can watch the game live and on mylocalradio.com, starting with the pregame show next Friday night at 6:30. We'll be in Cokeville tomorrow. Bring you some Preston volleyball. Still don't know exactly what time the games will start as of yet, as still some other games going on. They need to determine exactly what time the games will start, but we will have Preston volleyball for you tomorrow here on KACH and on mylocalradio.com. So keep checking in periodically, and we'll have the games for you then. That'll wrap up our broadcast for tonight. Our executive director of Preston Broadcasting Sports is Val Cook. Our studio coordinator tonight has been John Beverly, and it's nice to have him back after he's had some surgery. Next Friday, as we mentioned, the Indians again will be at home as Star Valley will be here. John Slaughter will also be back with us again next week, as he had tonight off for their anniversary weekend, and happy anniversary to the Slaughters. Pre-game, as we mentioned, 6:30, kickoff at 7 next week, and we'll have the broadcast for you here on KACH and on mylocalradio.com. Until then, I'm Dan Hubbard saying thanks for watching and listening, and remind you of the final score as Shelley beats Preston for the 11th time in a row, winning tonight by the final score of 15-6. Until next time, good night, everybody. Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians postgame show. This broadcast has been a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and was intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Use of any portion of this production, its accounts or descriptions, in whole or in part, may not be used or rebroadcast without the express written permission of Preston Broadcasting, LLC.